It's spooky.
Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Ram Grace, this is Adam Diaz, and
Hello.
We're here to talk to you guys about some stories.
Indeed we are. We're going to be reading the stories that you wonderful folks have sent to us. We call them homegrown horrors. Robin, what's a homegrown horror?
Homegrown horrors are the tales of supernatural, paranormal, spiritual, sometimes true crime tales that you get from your family, your friends, from things you've experienced yourself, and you share it with us. We share it with the rest of the spooky friends, and it's a good time all around.
Indeed. So if you have a story like that you would like to share with us, please email storytime@scarish.com, or you can go to our website, scarish.com, which has been completely revamped, calling it the new scarish.com. Click on Contact Us, fill out that form, and it comes directly to us. You can also hit us up on any of our social medias. Instagram is at Scarish Podcast, Twitter is at Scarish Pod, and Facebook is facebook.com/Scarish Podcast. So we would love to hear from you folks because we love to share your stories and we love to hear what happens to you folks in the creepier parts of your life because it is super interesting and a lot of you folks really like to talk about it. So please send us those stories. So we have 4 that we're going to be going over. I'm going to be doing 2 like always, and Robin's going to be doing 2 like always. Did you want to go first or do you want me to?
You can go first.
Okay. So this first one we're going to jump into is a story we received on Facebook from Shawnee, and it says, I have another story for story time, so feel free to share. So in my hometown of Altoona, Pennsylvania, there is a railroad called Horseshoe Curve, and in one particular area, there is a tunnel called Horseshoe Curve Tunnel. It is a car tunnel. What's up?
I just think it's weird that you'd name a railroad curve because it's like, how does the railroad look that you'd name it Horseshoe Curve? I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't
mean, they could have just called it
going really fast and like whipping a Yui.
I suppose they could have called it Horseshoe Railroad. That would have made a little bit more sense, but Horseshoe Curve maybe is just like a specific section. I don't know. Going on, it is a car tunnel, and there is a myth behind it that an Irish woman was killed while waiting for her love to get off work. That's sad. Anyway, my friend and I were fresh out of high school and decided to go driving around one night and do some quote-unquote ghost hunting around midnight. So we went to the tunnel. It was a pretty calm and clear night. We did our drive-through of the tunnel and then decided to turn around and do another drive-through. Now on the back side of the tunnel there is a red light, so we were waiting for the light to change when my friend CJ and myself looked out the back window of the truck and saw a solid, misty, gray figure shoot up. Imagine a human-like figure probably about 5'6", behind the truck. The light turned green and we told our friend Scooter to punch it as the figure seemed to be leaning towards the truck as though it was going to climb on it. A little while later, like a few days or maybe a week or two later, we decided to go back. For whatever reason, I decided to record everything on my phone. I think the reason is because you're smart and you wanted a video there, some sort of chronicle where if you died, people could find out what happened to you. Now, one of the things people say you are supposed to do is flick your lights and honk your horn 3 times. It is supposed to stir up the activity of the tunnel. Well, we pull up and flick the lights. However, my friend's truck, due to technical issues, no longer had a horn. He literally had ripped it out.
Oh, I was going to say, that doesn't sound like a technical issue. More like I've honked it way too many times, way too angrily, and it just doesn't work anymore.
Eventually, they just die out. I had a friend whose car started messing up, and every time like he hit a bump, his horn would honk. And like the back roads where I'm from are just terrible. So he was driving home and like every bump, it sounded like he was honking at the car in front of him. And they were all different lengths and like different intensities. So it definitely sounded like he was just messing with people for like a full hour going home.
Wow.
It goes on to say, because something went wrong and it wouldn't turn off, which is why the horn got ripped out. So we quote unquote hit the horn. You could clearly hear my friend's ring hitting the metal of the steering wheel in the recording. We hung out.
Oh, because you're like smacking it. It's just not honking.
Right. You're like doing the action of hitting a horn even though the horn isn't honking. Nice burp.
No, I hope no one heard that.
I'll go ahead and re-record that so we don't have Burpgate 2020. Where was I? Okay. The burp happened. So we quote unquote hit the horn, and you can clearly hear my friend's ring hitting the metal of the steering wheel in the recording. We hung out for a little while and didn't notice anything this time, so we went to get snacks at a local 24-hour gas station called Sheetz. We replayed the recording. We could hear the part when we pulled up to the tunnel and did the lights flick, and within a few seconds of my friend's ring hitting the steering wheel, you can, clear as day, hear a car horn go off.
Wow.
Even though it was like 2 to 3 a.m. and we were the only car in the area.
And his horn doesn't work, so it's not his horn.
That's so weird. I ended up losing the recording when I swapped phones later, but it still gives me goosebumps to this day just thinking about it. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will add a link below about the tunnel.
Nice.
That was really good. That's super creepy. I'm so sad. I've lost a whole bunch of videos when I switched phones too. So now that they have the cloud thing, hopefully everyone can get their paranormal stuff backed up.
Paranormal stuff.
You know, that and like, you know, pictures of your family and special events and stuff like that you save that sometimes disappears when you switch phones. I mean, that just tends to happen. So who knows? But thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah,
That's a really
thank you
good
so
one
much.
to start the show out with.
I
so.
like those stories where it's like legends of if you go to this area or this road and you do this, this happens. Like the thing with you when you went to go see the Moody Light stuff. And,
Right.
And it's those types of things that kids kind of get in trouble doing late at night is kind of funny and really entertaining.
Right. Those are really fun to do. I used to love to do those things when I was younger, and I probably would still do them if I knew about some of the places nearby and, you know, we weren't on lockdown. So
Yeah.
maybe in the future. But thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look over to Stream Chat and see what you wonderful folks had to say to start the show. Damn it. We missed that announcement we were supposed to do at the beginning of the show. So I'm all discombobulated, y'all. It's been a crazy last hour getting everything set up. And then, of course, after going through everything and making sure everything worked, for whatever reason, the audio wasn't working when we started because there was probably no theme song that played when we booted up, but at least the microphones are working, so there's that. And, like, I tested it last night. I tested it 2 hours ago. I tested it an hour ago. And, of course, like, right before we start, all of a sudden just an error message pops up where it's like, you can restart the whole thing or you can just move forward. So here we are, moving forward. So it is what it is, but we are here. So let's see what you folks had to say. I don't have Stream Chat until 2 minutes just before the show started. So the first thing I have is from Emily over there on YouTube, and it just says exam. So I actually can try and bring up the YouTube chat really fast and see what you all have been up to.
I had a statistics exam this week. It was all right.
Is that the one you took today or yesterday?
No, that was yesterday. Yeah, I took an exam yesterday, and I think it was our first online exam since school has been like strictly online. And I was surprised because today he sent out the grades, like the grade breakdown of everyone, how everyone kind of scored. So it doesn't have names on it. It's just like all the scores. And I was very surprised that a lot of people had 60s and below, because I was just like, you could literally cheat if you wanted to. I don't understand. Not that I did necessarily, but
necessarily. Not that I did, technically.
What I did was I prepped for 4 days prior to the exam and made sure that I kind of knew what the questions were going to be, because the homework is exactly like the questions on the exam, right? So it's just like you just do all the homework and make sure you do multiple versions of those problems and kind of get your shit together. I don't know. It's just, it's all about prep, I think, when it comes to exams. Just prep yourself.
It's true. I'm really glad I don't have to take any exams anymore. I'm going to actually mark this, and I'm going to do the announcement that we were supposed to do at the beginning of the show.
Do whichever you want.
Okay. So before we get into our first email of the show, I do want to make a quick announcement. So we had started to integrate all of these new things that we do in our stream based off of this new functionality that Twitch offers. And a lot of them offer like live redemptions and things like that, and a lot of audience interactivity. And it's been really, really fun. That said, we were like kind of in a test phase to see whether or not certain things that we were doing we liked and certain things we didn't like. And we've decided that, so for the things that interrupt the stories, we're going to go ahead and edit those out of the episodes. So we're going to go actually back through the backlog of like 5-6 episodes.
Just 5 episodes or
and just
something.
pull out anything that interrupted the story, because we want to make sure that it's one thing if we're doing research and we're reading our scripts to each other, but if we're reading your story and we already tangent enough, we don't want to have like additional interruptions added in there, because we want to respect the stories that we're given. And then in addition to that, we're not going to read the redemptions. For those of you who are watching live, we're not going to read the redemptions that are done until after each story, which is what we used to do the whole time. We used to just wait until the end of the story and then see what you guys had to say and what came through. So we're going to wait to read like subscriptions and donations and things like that until in between stories, which I think makes the most sense. That way we can respect whatever was sent in, because we do get really serious topics. Like I think it hit the both of us last week when we were supposed to be doing a silly accent, and it was like someone talking about their grandmother passing away. You know,
we already re-recorded it, right?
Yeah, we did. We
Okay.
did re-record that. I mean, we did that live, and then we're like, "Ooh, that's weird," and we went back in and re-recorded that piece. And then Robin scrubbed through some of the episodes and was already marking it like, "There's not a lot, but we're gonna pull stuff out just so we can."
So we're gonna go
take it out.
through and just kind of make sure we give the respect to the stories that you folks take the time out of your day to send us, because these Storytime episodes are all about you guys. So
Yeah, and they matter. What you guys have to say matters, and you know, as much as we like to have fun when we read it, and we've gotten really positive feedback from some folks where, you know, I read a story in an accent that was funny, and someone really liked it, and they messaged us and said like, "Oh my god, it was so funny." And
some of those are staying in, some of those are getting taken out. It
yeah,
just depends.
precisely. So we just wanted to say that before we move on into our first story of the night. And then I clip that and I move it and I put it there, and now we just go back into talking to you folks.
Magic of editing.
The magic of editing.
All right. So the reason why we were late earlier is because the sound wasn't working. I'm sure you guys noticed that the song this beginning,
the intro theme probably didn't play.
The intro didn't play. So just some stuff not working. I mean, when you were setting up the whole program stuff wasn't working. So
yeah. It's been a challenging technical day. It just always sort of seems to happen right before the stream, because I tested on Tuesdays, I tested again on Wednesdays, and I've been triple testing it because I have the time now. And then like right before you get the stream set up, all of a sudden it's like, what? Why is nothing working now? So
yeah. And I noticed people are already noticing that there's Tennessee honey on the counter because we don't have regular Jack Daniels. I wish we did. We don't. But what we're going to do today is I'm going to make a Jack and Coke with whatever we have because we're not leaving the house. So I'm going to pour Coke and
now going to have alcoholic beverages.
I wonder if you can hear that. Can you hear that in the
I'm
audio?
sure you can hear it. I can't see it on the thing, but I'm sure they can hear it. But we're now going to have alcoholic beverages with us when we read the live story times. We're going to edit out the reference. This is going to be our little secret. Shh, no one talk about it. So for anyone who watches live, listen again on Fridays to see if we wind up getting drunk. There is a limit how many times you guys can make us drink. You're going to be able to make us drink 6 times.
Not too much.
I do like half and half normally. You're going to be able to make us drink 6 times per episode. You can probably already see it there in the
Oh my
Point
God, I can
Redemption.
smell it.
Oh my God, you put a lot in there. I usually put my booze in first and then my mixer on top. That way it automatically mixes. But anyways, on Saturdays when we do our game streams, and we're going to do one this Saturday, we're still going to have the silly voices because we don't like broadcast those. That's just our particular content, and that's a really fun way to interact. We'll also have the thing where you guys can make us drink as well. So we're not losing anything in this show. We're just shifting it over to
It's going to be strictly
the game
stream,
streams.
but like we're going to focus on when we're streaming live streams like this, we're going to focus on the stream part being separate from the story part. So it's just going to be when we talk to you guys, we talk to you guys. The people on the episodes aren't going to handle us talking to you guys.
Right.
So
It's been like that for like 75 episodes. I'm out of cold Corona. I still have some warm Corona
for the boys.
So I'm drinking some Miller Lite tonight, the beer of my youth. This in old style. So, tastes like water. So that's good. And I have my little cooler here because I thought,
do you want some Tennessee honey in
I
there?
might have some of that. 1 and an hour and a half seems like fucking weak sauce. So let's get through some of the actual chat
Oh, I put too much.
from you wonderful folks.
Taste it.
I always put it in the bottom so it mixes up when it like pours in. It's a lot of ice too. Yeah, the ice is holding all of that at the top.
Yeah, so good.
That's like a shot, just a straight shot of Tennessee honey.
All right. Glitch says, I got a new mic. This is actually Adam's old mic. If you guys have watched a lot of the older streams, this was our upgraded mic from our original mics, and my mic is over there because
Still works.
I feel if you've listened to this past week's episode, this Monday's episode, Tuesday's episode, holy
Today's
shit.
episode.
What is today?
Tuesday.
Oh my God, today's Tuesday. Okay. We used this mic last night to record, and it sounded better. So we're going to try and do that because my mic picks up a lot of echoing. And so it's something that hopefully the episodes sound a little better, because when I was going through and marking down all the marks for going back in the story times and kind of editing, I noticed like Adam sounds really far away, and I was like, I can't believe that you guys have been listening to it that way, and it's because our mic changes and stuff like that. So Hopefully this helps and it's a little bit better for you guys. And I will try to speak a little louder because I know I'm really quiet. But yeah.
Indeed. And yeah, that's the thing too, is that other microphone is really good for isolated single audio. But having someone to the side of it causes a little bit of an echo to come through the side of it. And this one doesn't really suffer that as much. So it's a bit cleaner sound. Yeah. So there's that. I'm going to start looking into some of these things that have happened since we've been live and give you folks some shout outs because we had a lot of stuff happen when we were off the air. Let me just run through these really fast. Okay. So KittyVet28 followed us 6 days ago when we were not on the air. I'm scrolling up and my mouse is taking it down. All right. Also, The Soul Tourist, Lizzie Lolliot777, Dementis Corientis, which is a really good name.
That's such a good name.
911 Girl 04, Fame Geek, Twisted
Angela.
Deeds, A Perfect Circle 0, Tiny Turtle 300, and Super Duper Saiyan 3, which is my favorite name of all time. Have all followed us while we were off the air.
We have like a group. We had a group on StarCraft, and we named ourselves
Super Saiyans.
Super Saiyans.
I was named I made a guild in 7th grade called the Super Saiyans for StarCraft 1 before Brood War was even out. So I'm like, if we're going to do it again, we're going to do it again. Like, we just got to be named that. I didn't know, because I hadn't studied U.S. history or World War II history yet, about what the SS was. So the obvious abbreviation for our clan, for Super Saiyans, was SS. So we had bracket SS, bracket in front of all of our names.
God.
And I was like, why doesn't anyone like us? I don't get it. All right, so since we've been on the air, actually this happened right before we went on the air. Mondo Alba resubscribed using his own money for the 7th month in a row. It says 7 months, yay, that's my face, by the way. Scrolling up, we have a gifted sub from Spooky Zora 2 Major Wolf. Thank you so much for the gifted sub. And M. Meadows just resubscribed using Prime for the 17th month.
And thank you for I Am Beef Trainer for subscribing as well.
Really? Oh my God, I scrolled and I missed it.
I know.
I Am Beef Trainer, 2nd month. You're amazing. We appreciate you. The Snarked resubscribed using Prime for the 17th month as well. Mondo Alba donated 300 bits. And just now, 52DZ gifted a sub to Lunabin, making it the 3rd month for Lunabin. We absolutely love you guys. Let's see what redemptions we had come in from Twitch redemptions. Gonna pop that right out.
My tummy is like warm already.
That's a really strong drink, so be careful because you're gonna get a little bit silly. All right, stretching that out. So what else? Okay, so Meadows made us drink 2 minutes ago. Let's start back at where we started. Mondo Alba subscribed, gift. So the only thing we have so far right now is one drink.
Oh.
So cheers. Just going fucking hard in the paint tonight, folks. Shout out to Medusa, M-E-D-U-S. How should I say that? Metaspod. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. Shout out to Metaspod who just subscribed with Prime. And shout out to Glitch who just redeemed a drink. I just realized that you guys could redeem all 6 drinks
in like 5 minutes
immediately and make this really rough on Robin. Not for me so much.
Oh Lord.
That was 1. We have 2. So.
Oh fuck.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Those internal demons in her throat sounded weird.
Yeah, so
shout out to Lady M who just cheered 200 bits. What's really fun here though, because we talked about it for a while, is if you have a drink at home, you can drink along with us. So not only are you making us drink, but you're going to make everyone drink. Laura Ann has redeemed a drink. Like I said, there's only 6. Only 6 for the whole stream, which is typically an hour and a half. Perlar has redeemed a drink. So 2 more.
Oh Lord.
I'm really glad we decided not to do shots.
I would die.
Shout out to I Am Beef Trainer who has gifted a sub over to XM Awesome X. It's their 1st month. Motherfucker.
Oh God,
I'm What's for Dinner redeemed and the Snark redeemed. So that's all 6.
Oh, that's it?
So no, we have to do 3 more.
What?
We've only done 3. We might have done more than that. I think it makes sense if I just finish this. It's really cold, so I'm gonna be a little bit of a bitch because I'm not gonna chug it.
Oh.
You got 2 more to go, dog.
Shit.
So Spooky Mom did tell me that all the stories were really good tonight. She usually says they're good. She said they were really good. And I got to say, it started out well. We still haven't read any stream chat. So I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty here.
I feel really guilty too, but when you drink like shots and stuff and you breathe out and it's just like cold because it's the alcohol vapors and whatever. Oh God. Oh.
I really need to
more,
burp,
right?
but I want to be polite. I chug my beer, so I'm done.
Oh God. Okay.
But you have one more. Whew. Shout out to Perlar15, who just subscribed using their Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. All right. I have my YouTube chat. I'm going to get through it.
Oh God, we're dying.
Much better. Sorry about that.
Okay, switching to coffee.
So here we go. Oh, yeah, I have Kafifi over here, too. So, Akbar was the first person in YouTube said, hi. Blanca Bello has also joined us along with Sakura, Anna, and Christina. I got to say, Christina Vasquez, just going to give you a shout out. Shout out to Letty M, really fast. 100 bits donated for taking over and officially becoming the stream boss.
Whoop, whoop.
So I want to give Christina Vasquez a shout out because she's basically our community manager for the Facebook Scary Spooky Friends group right now.
Yeah, Adam.
Because you are fucking dominating,
Adam
man.
was like, man, her posts are so good.
She's
They're
not only
always
posting
so
a
good.
lot, but she's posting good shit. Like, I'll find something, and I always check the Spooky Friends group to see if it's been posted. And, like, I'm like, KV took it already. What the fuck? But it's just good stuff. I'm so happy that it's being posted. So, you're awesome. Please don't stop. Emily has also joined us along with Emma. And lots of, hi, how's it going? It looks like Emma's doing an exam. So, there's been a lot of exams going on this week. That sucks.
Metaspod says, Tennessee honey is good and unsweet tea. Ooh.
That is the smartest thing I've ever heard. Like, I would totally drink it. It's already kind of hot in here, and it has nothing to do with the booze. It is just hot in this room, man.
For me, I'm hot because of the booze, okay? Oh, my gosh.
She's just
I'm
hot, period, y'all.
Like
I
the
can't
other...
believe you guys redeemed all of the fucking drinks in 6 minutes flat.
I think we can up it from 6, though. I think 6 is like... You gotta bump those numbers up.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers. Gotta pump those numbers up.
Oh, no. I feel it already. Okay, so... Perlar says, hey, I'm drinking Crown and Coke too.
There you go.
Nice.
You can turn the Crown bag.
Turn red? Is it
red?
red?
It totally is. You're going to get Asian flush. You can turn the Crown bag into a mask, apparently. There's like YouTube tutorials how to do it.
We have
this is
one.
the only other Miller Lite I brought up here. I figured 2 would be good for an hour and a half.
Oh, God.
Didn't realize that you guys really like to punish us a lot. So, I mean, you could always...
Oh, 52DC said, I thought yesterday was Tuesday and I was waiting for the stream. Luna Bin is making cookies.
Nice.
Cookies. This morning, what I did was I actually... normally, I don't cook breakfast or anything like that because I'm a lazy piece of crap.
Shut up.
But...
I usually cook breakfast for the both of us just because I wake up earlier.
Yeah, and this morning I was like, I really want Vietnamese food, and I haven't had Vietnamese food in so long. And I bought this big, huge, gigantic bundle of hea. It's like this Vietnamese vegetable, and
I try and figure out how to remember how to pronounce these things.
It's really good. I fried it up with like a little bit of pork, like ground pork, with like salt and pepper and stuff like that. And oh my gosh, it was a really good breakfast for me because it reminds me of my mom's cooking, and I was just so, oh my gosh, it was so good.
She had me try it, and she's like, do you like it? And it was so fucking good. And I'm like, yeah, I really do, actually. And
it's
I just
really
ate.
hard to get that veggie normally. You know, you can't just go to Smith's and pick it up because it's not something that they offer. So I kind of want to grow some because my mom used to grow some. I mean, I don't know.
If we can grow it, I'm down to grow it. Looks like Anna says, this thunderstorm over Chicago is currently giving me the spooks, and my boyfriend's cats are not helping. Nice little ambiance in the background, though. That's kind of cool.
Oh, man, dude. I'm so warm. Chicka Boom Boom says, oh, they aren't just for water drinks. They're for dranks.
Drank. Oh, we should call it DRAANK. That'd be funny.
Drank.
Emily said, today I just listened to old episodes and played some games. That sounds like a pretty good day.
Oh, I don't want to start sweating.
My ears are going to get red. I already feel it. Look at that, y'all.
Oh, you
Look
can't
at my
see.
ears.
52DZ says, get wasted. Emnon says, drink Captain Coke. Glitch says, drinking out of the same glass as Robin, Jameson, and Ginger. Ooh, Jameson and Ginger. We have Jameson. We actually do have Jameson.
We
I wonder
do
if
have
that's
Jameson.
good. We don't have
There's
ginger
not a
ale,
lot
though.
left, though.
No, we have 2 bottles, dude.
No, we have 1 bottle that's not Jameson. It's like the fake Jameson, remember?
Yeah, it's I mean, we don't have to be name brand, babe. We can be Costco brand, okay?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
Scrolling some more.
I'm going to start laughing so much because, fuck.
She's
all
a
right.
giggly drunk. Emily says, phone is at 5%.
Perler says, does anyone have trouble seeing the podcast? Let me press play and see if it...
Anna says, hey,
no, it's
guys.
fine.
Hey, guys, can you send my mom, which is Ulri's mom, some love? I moved out this past Saturday, and we are going to miss each other, and I know she's watching right now. It would be a nice surprise.
Ulri's mom,
Anna's mom,
Anna's mom.
Ulri's mom.
Things will be okay.
Everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, things will be good. You guys will be able to hang out sometime soon.
You'll still have, she's still going to be there. And there's just a little bit of space now. So, like, it feels a little bit empty at first. Then you realize it's a little bit of freedom. But you can always see each other still whenever you want. Like, my mom lives with us again. So, it's like I have her back in my life. I remember when I moved out when I was, like, 19. It was like,
good riddance?
I mean, I was 19. So, I was like, I want to get fucked up every night and not have to worry about anyone getting mad at me. Now that I'm 34, I'm like, I want to hang out and have dinner every night.
Now that I'm 30,
it makes sense.
Thing. I'm like, I miss my mom's cooking. I'm like, I wish my mom were here and she could cook all these meals for me. And it's funny because when she's in town, she's like, I know this is your favorite. I'm like,
But me and my mom never watched TV together. We never watched shows together. We like talked about certain things together. But I know for a fact that Ulri's mom has watched multiple streams with Ulri, if not like all the ones that Ulri's watched. So you guys will have that connection. And when you have shows like this, like live shows with audience interaction, then we can always like be the intermediary, or you guys can talk in the chat. And I'm sure you guys are going to text and call anyway. So
I am going to say FaceTime for Facebook has been such an amazing thing for me and my sister because she lives like 5 minutes across the street. But we haven't hung out and seen each other because she lives with my grandparents and we don't want to get them sick. So it's like,
right.
We just have to distance ourselves. But FaceTime has been really great. So if you guys want to use that. It's super awesome. Like the other night we were literally just doing our homework for like hours using FaceTime, and I think we watched like Hot Fuzz and stuff like that, and we're just, I don't know, it was cool.
It was a good time. So
FaceTime.
yeah,
It's good.
Shout out. Everything's going to be okay. It's a good thing. Emma says, oh my God, Robin, we're exam twinning, which is hilarious.
Statistics is a freaking nightmare, and
She's also doing a statistics exam too.
Yeah,
that's why it's hilarious.
Statistics is awful. I'm doing statistics for engineers, and it's absolutely horrible. I hate it. But
On said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Oh my God,
that's so funny.
cheating on exams, I don't condone it, but I mean, what are you gonna do? You know,
what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Akbar says, strangely, the stray dogs around here whine and yelp around 12 to 4 a.m.
Lady M donated another 100 bits back.
Terrifying.
Yeah, 100.
I gave the shout out for it.
Oh, you did?
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I just scrolled past it.
Because that was when she took over Stream Boss.
I'm Beef Trader says, you guys need some bread or something to help keep you from getting the bad belly feels, dude. You know, it's funny. Before the stream, all I had was grapes and the little crushed up bits in our bag of Ruffles that is dyed. So
it's occurring to me that I didn't have anything before the stream.
I'm really hot. And
All
I've
had,
start sweating
all
here.
I've had was I had some Fritos this morning with a little bit of dip, and there was like basically none left. So I feel it in my tummy, but it feels good.
52DZ says, I drank Sunday while playing Sea of Thieves. Dude. Oh my God.
Sea of Thieves.
Oh, it's so bad drinking during that game because then you're like, make my character drink, and then you get wasted and then your character just
vomits everywhere.
But when you're walking around, it's all like wobbly and stuff like that because your character's drunk, and then you just are like, oh man, I gotta throw up. This is awful because you're getting seasick because your character's, oh my gosh. Sea of Thieves is a pretty fun game if you guys have never played it.
It's really fun if you have 3 friends to play with too.
Yeah.
Akbar says, anytime a vehicle with a siren passes by, the dogs start howling. What's up?
I'm just thinking of the Chum Guzzler.
Chum Guzzling Queen.
Our boat in Sea of Thieves.
The name of my boat. And it says, the cats instantly hide here when it comes to a sirened vehicle passing. Jill says, I miss you, Adam. I miss you too, Jill. I hope everything's okay at work. I heard there was some stuff that happened.
Oh, God.
So I hope things are all right there.
Sweating.
Yeah, it's all right.
God.
You're not wearing a sweater, so.
I'm wearing a sports shirt, though, so that's good. It's like the material is like that breathy material.
Emma says, my one cat what?
I'm just wearing the FanFest shirt. Xbox FanFest!
My FanFest shirt.
Yeah, I have a FanFest shirt, too, but it's from the year that the Xbox One X came out or whatever, right? Xbox... The Scorpion.
When they announced the Scorpio.
Yeah, that thing. Fuck shit.
That was when we used to have a video game podcast back in the day.
Yeah,
that was some crazy shit.
That shirt has my gamer tag on it, though.
I wound up in a ladies-only focus group somehow.
He ended up in this ladies-only group for Windows Insider.
I don't know how the hell I got there. I was told I could just walk in and everything would be fine. It was ladies only.
One of the questions, though, in this luncheon was, if you were a shoe, what would it be? And everyone's answering, like, stilettos.
You
or,
weren't
like,
there.
some
You don't
shit.
know about this.
But I've heard the story 1,000,001 times.
I've never told it.
I just think it's so fucking
I don't remember what I
funny.
answered at all.
Didn't you answer like some type of sneaker or something like that?
I wouldn't have said sneaker.
I don't
no.
remember. But I thought it was so funny because I'm with our friend Ralph, who's been on the podcast. Oh my god, I'm so.
She was with Ralph. I was with
wasted,
Charlie.
I'm super.
So
buzzed.
we were like
Okay.
split up, and then it's just fucking crazy day.
Yeah, so I was hanging out with Ralph because Ralph and I got into FanFest, and we're just hanging out.
Ralph always gets into
into
FanFest.
FanFest.
They say it's only 500 people to 800 people or whatever. They always
every
pick
year.
Ralph.
We've only been twice, 2 or 3 times. Two times.
I've gone once. You've gone once.
Okay.
And then they canceled this year.
And it got canceled. We were going to go to E3 again this year, too, because Windows Insider always invites us to FanFest, or not FanFest, but E3, which is absolutely great. Shout out to Microsoft. You're the MVP.
Thank you for the invites. And the media credentials. Those always help.
Yeah, the media. Oh, dude. Okay.
I hate you.
This is me having
I already know
ADD
what she's
right
going to
now.
fucking talk about. I already know it. She's going to talk about the fact that she sat next to, I can't even remember her name right now.
Oh, the
What's her
chick
face from What's Good Games? 2 of them from
Dude,
What's Good
Brittany.
Games.
Brittany's her name, right?
Brittany's the one you
Sure.
sat next to,
Yeah.
and then also
Renee
Andrea.
came by.
Andrea Renee.
Yeah,
right?
Andrea Renee. She came by too. And so I'm sitting next to Brittany and Andrea Renee, and they're the nicest people in the entire world. But I got into super like VIP section of the Microsoft or Xbox conference. And
Oh yeah, she was
Adam's
super
sitting up in the
VIP.
front.
I was 2 rows from Phil Spencer. I could have reached out and
I've already
touched
seen
his
Phil
nuts.
Spencer. I'm done talking to him.
She's like spoken to him
But
face
like
to face.
they were the nicest people, and I texted Adam. I'm like, "Hey, I just met so and so from What's Good Games," and he's like, "What?
Are you fucking kidding? You don't even know who they are. Like I listen to their show.
Oh my no. Okay, so anyway, this isn't a video game podcast. This is a scariest podcast. We're just.
She has a little bit of booze in her, and this is how far off the rails she
Oh
goes.
my god.
All
Dude,
right.
I'm sweating.
I know you are.
Okay. No.
Emma says, my one cat loves my dad, and now that he's working at home, she stands outside the garage door howling at him to let her in. She's super cute, but it's so annoying because it's by where I study. Our cat was doing that when she was in class because we closed the office door and we leave her be.
I was in a statics
She
discussion.
would not.
Statistics.
The cat
Jesus.
would not shut the fuck up.
She does this thing where she shoves her fingers under the door to try and get in, and all I heard was like, because she's trying to open the door and she's just meowing outside the door, and I feel so bad. And I half expect Adam to just open the door and let her in for a second. You know what I mean? But
I thought she was trying to get into the bedroom, so I opened the bedroom door, and she just went in and then started meowing from inside. And I was like, I fucking hate you, cat. Akbar says, now that I don't drink, I'll drink some water. Nice. Emma says, whenever he keeps ignoring the cat, I threaten her that I'm going to pick her up, and she just gives me the stink eye. It's hilarious. So I'm fighting back
oh my
burps.
God, I drank too much all at once, babe. Babe, this is bad. I talk. Okay, so when I drink,
She talks a lot.
I talk so much.
Christina says, "Aw, thanks, Adam."
Okay,
Thank you,
so
Christina. We sincerely appreciate
The
it.
Snark says, my husband and roommate drank so much the other night, my roommate had to fall off her diet to eat the comfort soup I made them the next day. I think when we had our episode 21 for Nerd Chill,
No, keep going.
For Nerd Chills, we just got so wasted. Charlie slept over at our house. We were all so drunk. The next day, we were all so hungover. I think we went to go eat at Baby Stacks. It's like this really good Hawaiian / American pancake house type thing. And that was like the perfect food to sell all our stomachs. I threw up, but still.
Recommend
worth it.
Baby Stacks if you're hungover. So Ralph is here. Ralph says, sup. Adam didn't message me back, which is a lie. I have no messages from Ralph. The last thing that we communicated with one another, I'm pretty sure I was the one that said something.
Let's see. But yeah, episode 21 of Nerd Chills. Please don't go listen to it. It is the worst episode.
Fuck.
Um,
No, don't even bring it up. They don't need to know about it. They don't need to know it exists. And it says, regarding the storm, it is past now, but I made my boyfriend come sit with me until it was over. That's nice of him.
That's sweet. The Snark says crown bags or dice bags.
A lot of people use crown bags
Yeah.
for dice bags.
I have my dice bag is like this black velvet bag that has the Rebel logo from Star Wars on it.
I bought a new bag at Level Up Expo, and it has a Goblin King holding a D20, y'all.
And the one before this one he got was the symbol from that one
You
series,
can't
the
be
Wheel
doing a
of Time.
podcast without having your Wheel of Time dice bags
God.
filled with all your main dice. I have in every room at least 2 dice bags filled with dice.
Perler15 says I store my marbles in a crown bag. Actually, Perler also says I miss pho, dude. I miss pho. I and you know what? I don't eat it. I don't eat it very often.
She does not.
We go and get ramen. We don't get pho, but
I miss
want
ramen
it.
so much.
Emma
Emma says,
"Oh
I
shit,
signed-
sorry."
You're good.
You can go first.
Ow.
Sorry.
She's also very violent
Oh
when
my
she's
God,
drunk.
dude, I'm sweating. You guys made me drink everything at once,
Stop.
and we haven't even gotten to the second story, dude.
Emma says, my stats class is a lie. It's not even technically called stats. I signed up thinking I was taking an environmental engineering, resource management, and monitoring class. That's a long fucking name. But no, it's just plain statistics. That is absolutely hilarious.
Statistics, honestly, I think is a really cool thing because it helps a lot. Like our statistics professor, every exam, he uses statistics to show us our scores, right? And he shows us like the mean, mode, all that stuff, median, all those scores, and then he does like a breakdown using some statistics equation. I don't know. But he shows us all that stuff, and he uses statistics to show us, and I think it's really cool. But at the same time, I'm like, I'll never use this in real life.
All right, we're gonna wrap up this stream chat because we got to get back to stories. Ralph says Robin's FanFest shirt has Phil Spencer's DNA on it. That FanFest
DNA
shirt right
it.
there is my FanFest shirt. So stop giving away my secrets of what me and Phil Spencer do behind closed doors, Ralph.
This is Adam's. Mine is like it's a t-shirt. It has my gamer tag on it. That's the one I got when I was with Ralph. Ralph will always be our FanFest buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how Ralph always gets in. Like I said, but he always gets in.
But
Emily says, by the way, a few episodes ago, Robin talked about how New Moon was the worst Twilight movie, and I agree so
it is awful.
much.
My sister and I, just the other day when we were doing our homework, we also watched Twilight together. And she's like,
watched in the background.
She was like, let's just skip New Moon because it is the worst. And we were talking about how irresponsible she was and how boring
that's how you know you're
it
old
is.
when you're like, these characters are fucking idiots.
Okay.
Akbar says, I have a lot of white hair on my head. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I had a white hair in my left eyebrow. My knees were shaved for reasons I won't disclose, and white hairs are growing on my knees.
Adam had a hair growing out of his ear the other day.
It was
Plucked
horrible.
it.
It's like a little clear hair, and she just ripped it out.
Lunabin
and it
says,
so
I miss Chinese food. Emanon says, hey, just came back. What are you guys growing? We are growing, well, I want to grow this Asian vegetable that my parents use in food that I would love to use. It's just something that I have to learn how to do. I've never grown it before. I Monster Dinner says, I used a Crown Royal bag to take in a whole bunch of gold dollars to buy Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. That way I felt like I was buying it with septums. That's hilarious.
Really smart.
Beef Trainer says, I had to give up soy and Chinese food has a ton of soy. The Snark says, most Costco's still have booze. We aren't leaving the house, which is annoying. For 2 weeks. So we're trying to do our part in preventing the spread of any type of virus.
And most importantly, not bringing it home.
And not
My
bringing it
mom is
home.
high risk, and Spooky Mom will not be taken out by COVID-19.
Yeah. She's gonna live forever.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I don't want to live
God,
forever.
that's what we haven't watched since
I
quarantine
offered
started.
to put on
50
Shades of Grey, so that I don't know. I went to sleep. I went to sleep at the ripe time of 4:30 a.m.
5DDZ says, I like Don Julio and pineapple juice. We have both Don Julio
Goddamn good
and
coffee
Patron.
right there, man.
So, I mean, we have enough booze to last until quarantine is over.
We have enough booze to last till Rapture, for Christ's sake. We have so much booze.
Okay.
It's really funny when you start drinking, like, the bottom of the barrel, like...
Oh, fuck.
We get it. You're hot. You're sweating. Wrap up your chat. I'm done with my chat, and then you can start your first story.
Let me scroll through. So, the Snark says, Ulrich's
Look
mom...
at the contrast from my face to my ears.
Oh my God, your ears are so red.
I know. It's because it's not because of the beer. It's because I drank that sip, which was like a shot.
My ears aren't red. No, my ears aren't red. The Snark says, Ulrich's mom turned her room into a craft room.
Wow, that's ruthless.
Lady M says, screwdrivers are my go-to drink. Spooky
It's a
Zora
good drink.
says, I'm worried about my mom when I move out too. My partner and I are poking to move out in the next 3 months or whenever shelter in place happens. Or done.
I was going to say it's happening right now.
It's happened. Glitch says, shout out to all the moms out there and Ulrich's mom. The Snark says, haha, Asian mom's way of showing love. I'm Beef Trainer says, shout out to Ulrich, you're loved. What is your guys' stream schedule? Honestly,
Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if we
Yes.
do a stream for video games, it's Saturday, 12 to 3.
Yeah, and we've put that on our website or on our channel.
It's
I
gonna
think
be on
so
this
far.
channel.
It's on this channel, yeah.
Going forward after
we're going
this
to be
is over.
playing Silent Hill on Silent Hill 2
look
on
so
Saturday.
pretty.
Thank you. I'm just trying to make my hair nice. Black Canary says, my boyfriend, Super Duper Super Saiyan, fell asleep. He's been up since 7 p.m. last night. Dang.
Ulrich has let us know that Ulrich's mom has already turned her room into an office. That is so funny.
Glitch says, I need to get on and play Apex. I'm B Trainer says, I love my psych stats class. How does stats for engineers compare? Honestly, it's like right now we're doing a lot of normal distribution and stuff like that. So far, it's been a lot of different distributions, and just they use examples where it's like they want to replace light bulbs or stuff like that, you know? So it's all right. It's to say, I'm sure it's the same. Who knows? I know nothing of statistics. I have like a 76%, okay, in that class. So,
how close are you to the bottom of that, dog?
almost. The Snark says, my ship in The Snark says, a ship named the Ball Eater. Mando Albert says, I used to play Sea of Thieves.
It's a good name.
Love that it's cross-platform.
Chum Guzzler is the best.
The Chum Guzzler is the best. Thank you 52DZ for sharing our schedule. Talking about shoes, about that question that you answered. If you were a shoe, what would you be?
What shoe would you
People
be?
are like, combat boots, chanclas, a dad's shoe. A dad's shoe to me is the ones that are like sandals that have the leather straps that cover your toe and stuff like that.
That
That's
was
a
the
dad's
most
shoe.
awkward hour of my life, was being in there, because it's supposed to be about empowered women and like supporting one another. And I walk in, I'm like, I can leave. They're like, no, stay. And it's like 30 like high-powered executives.
Like, steak and stuff
I got to have filet mignon with them. They asked us a bunch of questions, and I was like, Adam, and in my head I'm like, Adam, keep your fucking mouth shut. This isn't your meeting. You don't get to talk. You don't get to say a word.
You know what's funny about the time that I got to hang out with Brittany and Andrea Renee was that you were hanging out with Ralph and I was with my sister, but my sister got booted to like
it's because
the
you
ghetto
were like,
section.
oh yeah, I'm fucking with Windows.
And so I got to like hang out with all these Microsoft people. Like Larry Herb or whatever walked past us, and it was just this whole thing.
A bunch of horse
and
shit.
so I was like, hey, I'm in the VIP section, so I'll see you later. To my sister, she's like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
It's really funny. I don't know.
FanFest, E3 FanFest,
E3 is
Xbox
always a good
events,
time.
all that stuff is always crazy. The best event, if you ever have a chance to go, regardless of if you like video games or not, is any event put on by Bethesda.
Oh,
they
God,
do it
dude.
up. They are fucking
Bethesda
amazing.
knows what they're doing.
We saw Andrea Renee at Bethesda Land later on that day. Bethesda had their E3 event, a theme like Disney.
It was Bethesda Land.
And it's called Bethesda Land. And then after they announced everything and it was this awesome thing, they're like, also, we're going to have the Chainsmokers perform a concert.
Yeah.
And In-N-Out's coming with trucks so everyone can have food. I was like, holy
In-N-Out
shit.
Burger. They had black ice cream because that one game came out.
Evil Within.
Yeah. And, dude, Bethesda
It was pretty.
knows
It was
what
like,
they're doing.
honestly,
Bethesda
that was
knows
probably
what
one of the
they're
best
doing.
days of my life.
Come
We
on.
got up at like 6 a.m. We didn't go to bed until like 2 a.m. It was such a long day. We got
such a
drunk at the
long
end of
day.
it. We had so much good food.
We waited in line forever for
to get that ticket.
Bethesda Land.
Okay, we really need to get back to the show we're doing right
khakis
now.
and polo. Hi, Spooky Mom. Linda's here. Oh, well, hi.
Is she? I don't know. I think it's because
Yeah,
I
it
referenced
says-
her.
Laura Ann says, Robin, keep drinking. The Snark says, Baby Stacks is crazy good. Linda says, Adam, we used to watch Game of Thrones and Top Chef after you moved out in Valpo.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
I'm
Got
talking about
schooled by your mom.
I said I was talking about before I moved out, though. Valley Girls just resubscribed with their Prime.
Thank
for the
you so
11th
much.
month. Thank you, Valley Girls.
The Snark says, it's always 1,000 degrees outside here. Pho's hard to eat. It's very true, but
I will eat ramen.
For me,
I will eat ramen in hell.
For me, pho, I got burned out on it because every time my mom wanted to go anywhere, it's like, we're going to go eat pho. This is what we're going to go do. And it's like,
fuck me.
Dude, I'm already 30 and it's like every time, it's 50 times when you're here, we go eat pho. And then you make pho at home and then it's just like pho.
Ralph says, hell yeah, Bethesda parties are amazing.
Oh my God. And we got to hang out with Ralph that E3. We hung out with Ralph the next E3.
Ralph makes everything better.
The one that I was hanging out with Ralph at, Ralph and I were just, as soon as we walked into Bethesda Land, because you and Charlie were already there, we're just like, everyone's handing us all this stuff. And we're like, we have this
Me and Charlie told her, like,
backpack,
you're going to
like,
walk
oh,
in.
God.
They're going to give you a bunch of free shit. It's all going to be amazing.
Oh my God. It was
Shout out to
crazy.
Lady M, who just donated 200 bits. We really need to get to the next story. It's 7:18 already.
Okay. 52DZ says Ralph is the most interesting man alive. That's
He
how
really
gets
is.
into
He's
these
straight
things.
up the dude from those fucking commercials.
He totally is, dude. If you aren't friends with Ralph yet, you need to be, because he is absolutely
Here's
amazing.
the thing. Everyone's friends with Ralph. You just don't know it yet.
Chicky Boom Boom says, I miss going out for fish bowls and soupy dumplings. Oh, dude, soup dumplings. That's what I miss too. Sorry.
I just miss scary stories being read. You can just stop and remember where you left off at.
No, I'll never remember.
That's
Okay.
true.
Perler says, we must protect Spooky Mom at all costs. 100% we do.
Agreed.
Chicky Boom Boom says, in terms of alcohol, my parents stocked up the garage with Stella Rosa. Stella Rosa is one of the best like dessert-ish wines because it's so sweet and it's sparkly, it's delicious, and I wish I would have stocked on that too.
This is really making a lot of noise.
Spooky Zora says, this is Dry's house. We're all about the weed.
Wow.
Scroll. Sorry, we're gonna be scrolling through. Lunabin says, we turned my sister's room into my work from home. Oh, you already read that. I'm Beef Trainer says, distribution curves and standard deviations. That was my favorite after I took my analytical chemistry
Lunabin
class.
says, I got Adam's joke. I'm glad someone out there
What
did.
joke?
matter.
Okay, cool.
My hair looks kind of fucked up, but kind of okay at the same time.
I've been telling Adam for the past few
This
days
ridiculous
that
quaff.
he looks like Simple Jack when he's tired.
She treats me like I am mentally handicapped when I'm tired because
No,
my hair just
his
like
hair's like he looks like a mushroom, right? Because
I
his
look
hair goes like
ridiculous.
this and like this, and it's just so bad. I'm like, you look like Simple Jack right now.
Emily over on YouTube says hashtag long live spooky mom. We're losing viewers. People are waiting for this next scary story to pop up, and they're like, it's never gonna happen. Robin's fucking wasted. So
The Snark says, I'm about to count the number of dudes Robin is saying. What? Oh, do I say dude a lot? Sorry. Okay. Awesome. Let's go. I'll continue from that point.
Cool.
I'll try to remember.
hey ho,
Your
let's
email's
go.
next, or is my email next?
your email's next.
Sweet.
I would like to point out I have found a device for like $150 that's a teleprompter where we could just look at the camera and read. And Robin doesn't want me to get it, and she hasn't wanted me to get it for years. But it would take the laptops off the table. And two, I don't remember what my second point was, but it was important. It was something about how you wouldn't lose your chat. That's what it is, because I know when you switch away, sometimes you lose your chat. So whatever. Let's just go ahead and get into this next email.
All right. People are talking about ramen, Stella
God,
Rosa, all
I
that
fucking
stuff.
miss ramen so much.
I miss ramen too.
I think Ralph on there said that it's still open in Vegas, but it's just different when you have
Perler
to carry
says,
it out.
drink every time Robin says dude. How many times have I said that?
A lot. Do
Oh,
you
my
die?
bad. All right, cool. So I'm going to get into our next email here. Let me decide which one I want to read first.
And then redo your intro, please.
All right, so I'm going to go into the next email, and this one is titled Sleep Paralysis Demon Named Carl.
Nice. Wasn't something else named Carl recently? In your episode this week, wasn't there a ghost named Carl? Fred. Same thing.
Yeah.
So similar. My bad,
So
y'all.
similar.
I apologize.
If you folks haven't listened to this week's episode yet, go back to yesterday. Or no, it's Friday when this releases. Oh my lord.
Go back 3 days.
Go back 3 days and listen to it. It's really good. I enjoyed it just because trains. That's all I'm going to say. So this next email begins. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Sammy, and I saw your podcast a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for joining us. I personally have experienced sleep paralysis 5 times through the 2 years of living in my new house. I still live with my parents, but when I've tried to tell them what I've experienced, they thought I was joking. Parents tend to do that a lot, I think, when you tell them, like, dude, oh no.
Parents just don't understand. Robin's realizing that she says dude a lot.
I've been saying dude a lot, yeah. So
just today, though.
Just today. But, yeah, my parents, honestly, if I tell them, I told my mom, like, hey, I'm feeling this. And she's like, no, you're not.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
remember
something
when that
that
happened.
parents do. Anyway, so what I am here to tell y'all is about Carl. In my room, there's a little open part of my ceiling. It has a frame around it, and it opens to the attic. All right, so the attic entrance type thing. But for the first month of living there, nothing really happened. It was when I started getting comfortable is when the paralysis started happening. That is why I will not sleep in our guest room. There is the attic entrance there, and I feel like bad things would happen.
If I'm sick, I'm banished to the guest room. If she's
It's
sick,
just-
I'm banished to the guest room, and there's no TV in there. There's nothing else to do
With
but
my
play
luck-
video games on your phone.
With my luck, something
and
will
watch
crawl out of
porn.
there. Oh, my Lord.
What?
Something will crawl out of there with my luck.
No.
I will have sleep paralysis just like Sammy and see things coming out of it. Okay. So, on February 6th of last year, so that's 2019, is when I first met Carl. Carl is this name. Okay.
I don't know. I just had a really good idea for a podcast. I'm not going to say it out loud. I might message Ralph, actually.
Carl is the name I have for my demon to make him not as scary. He has Slender Man-like arms, face, and torso. Except with his legs, they look like they've been broken many times, which is why I know he's coming in the middle of the night. I hear the cracking. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. His face is a little different, too. He wears a smiley face mask, which I think is the most terrifying part about it to me, because you just see the smiley face demon sitting on your chest. I don't know if you've watched The Haunting at Hill House, but there is an episode about the smiley face man, and the creature that they've created for that episode is absolutely terrifying.
It's really haunting, for
I remember
sure.
the first time I saw it, I was just like,
What
oh
the
my God.
Yeah, it's one of the scariest parts of that whole show.
But on February is when it all started. I remember I went to bed pretty late and I had trouble falling asleep. But when I did, I remember waking up laying on my back and I just really wanted a glass of water. When I tried to move, I was stuck. I closed my eyes to try and wake up thinking I was in a dream. When I opened my eyes again, Carl was peeking from his little attic hole. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was a real person?
I was going to say,
just
it
wearing
really
a
does
mask?
sound like a real
Yeah.
person.
I tried to scream, but of course I couldn't. He slowly started to crawl down from the attic hole, and when he made it out, he landed on my bed. I closed my eyes again to try and fall asleep, but it's very hard to do that when a demon is sitting on your chest.
I would say so.
When I opened my eyes again, his face was so close to mine, I could feel the coldness of his face until he opened his mouth. That is why, if I wake up from a nightmare, I am not opening my eyes. I fucking refuse, because odds are I am in this Inception type thing and there is something staring at me.
Wow.
Nope.
She's 2 dreams deep, y'all.
I don't know why I specifically remember when he opened his mouth, but get ready for some details.
Oh, God.
Carl has the most teeth of anything I've ever seen. His tongue goes all the way down, probably past my lower back. That is impressive.
Oddly specific, too.
And when he breathed, it smelled like sulfur and blood. That is disgusting. He stayed like that for about the longest 5 minutes of my life when he decided to crawl back into his little attic hole. I've had other experiences with Carl, but they're not as interesting as the first. But occasionally I will hear footsteps, and the little attic hole will shuffle in the middle of me doing anything. And no, I haven't decided to go in there. My brother has. He saw nothing. But I saw Carl's arm peek over a little and go back into hiding.
Wow.
And that's why I'm purifying my room as I speak. So Carl will leave me the hell alone. Thanks for reading my rant about Carl. He's a pretty chill demon now. Fuck. It scrolled away from me. Boop.
Pretty chill demon now.
Sorry. But hopefully after typing about him, he won't get super active. XO, Sammy. Thank you so much, Sammy, for sharing that absolutely terrifying demon.
I understand that fear, too, where it's like, if I talk about it, will it start acting up type of thing?
I just understand the fear of the attic entrance.
Right.
Because you never
It's
know.
the basement of the sky, man.
It is the basement of the sky.
We were doing some just stuff around the house that needed to be done a few days ago. So the ladder is out. It's not in the garage. It's in the house. So we could change some stuff around, fix some stuff, whatever. And I just had the feeling, 'cause it's like, well, it's in the house, and I have never personally been in our attic. So I was like, should we go in the attic? We should go in the attic. We should live stream us going in the attic. We can go live on Instagram and go into our attic and just walk around. And Robin was like, absolutely fucking not. We're not doing that. I'm not going in the attic at all. So I might wind up doing that at some point when I get stir crazy enough during quarantine. But yeah, I understand that some people have a very healthy fear of the attic, which I do get. I was afraid of the basement for a really long time. So
I kind of grew up in a house that had a vaulted ceiling. We didn't really have an attic because technically the attic, the way the ceiling was, it's like the roof, right? But the roof goes to the edges of the walls. So the sides of the roof are closets. And then your room is just vaulted to the ceiling. It's not necessarily an attic. It's just the ceiling is really high and that's just how it's
right.
built. So I never really had an attic to be afraid of. When I moved to Texas, they had attics, and I was like, no, dog. And it was one of those ones where the stairs, flip out. I was like, no, I'm good. And then this one has a little attic hole that you crawl up into.
You have to get a ladder to crawl. I've never had an attic where it had like the pull down where you can get into it easily. All of my attics have been fairly inaccessible, which is really, really annoying. So, all right. Thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah,
really
thank
good
you so
email.
much.
Yet again, Spooky Mom wasn't lying when she said these are really good. So let's look over in stream chat, see what you folks had to say.
I lost stream chat, so you're going to have to
I
scroll back for me.
Knew it. I knew you were going to lose it. That's why we need a teleprompter. Akbar said, you look so pretty today. And Robin's not bad herself.
Oh, you are
Ayo,
pretty today.
thank you so
Your ears
much.
are still red.
I know, they're not going to go down. Emanon redeemed and ask a question says they're called monster closets, Robin. I did not know that. Leo Chacha says, "Hola, what's up, Leo Chacha? Thank you
Hola.
for joining us. I'm not sure where you left off. What was the last thing you remember?"
Go up more.
Oh my God, Ralph said, "Simple Jack, you make me happy."
Oh God.
That's so funny.
Okay, keep scrolling up. Keep going up. Keep going up.
There's no way.
Okay, scroll down a little bit more.
Someone said, "Drink every time Robin says dude." I remember that being read. Love Stella Rosa Moscato.
Can somebody? I am Beef Trainer says, can somebody please convince I'm What's for Dinner to make pina coladas after the podcast is over?
Please,
Aww.
my birthday is Sunday.
Happy early birthday.
They invoked the birthday card, and so that means I think you're going to have to do it on What's for Dinner. I know some people don't like pina coladas, and some people don't like being caught in the rain, but you're just going to have to suck it up. So I'll give you this.
I love pina coladas. I think they're so good. They're just really, it takes a lot of effort to make, I feel like.
A lot of stuff does. Emanon says, "Sounded like a kick-ass motorcycle just drove by. Haha."
Yeah, it was really loud.
We get a lot of them driving by.
52DZ says, my Ring doorbell scared the shit out of me. I want one. I really, really, really want one. Mondo Alba says, not really. I live in the southeast San Diego. Live in San... blah, blah, blah. I can't even read. I can't. It's so far away. I live in southeast San Diego by Plaza Bonita Mall. Oh, cool. That has nothing to do with any context because
that was one you definitely could have skipped.
Scroll.
So let me ask you folks this. I want to just toss this out there to our viewing audience right now. So I have in my life been considered a gamer. I do game. I enjoy a game every now and then. That said, I have my own personal stream shit set up. I always have. I just don't stream on it. I've dedicated so much to making sure this is all set up. Now that I have all this free time at home, I've been pouring it into making sure Hear Us Out's going to be up and running on time. I mentioned we might be announcing it. I mentioned we would be announcing it this week. We decided to postpone the announcement until next Tuesday for the topic episode. That said, one of the things that I want to start doing is just streaming. And I have a lot of friends that stream professionally. And by a lot, I mean like 2. So I might stream with a couple of them. But is that some shit you guys would watch? Like, I'd probably play like Modern Warfare or something else entirely. I might play like Warcraft 3 Throwback. I don't know.
Fair.
I'm very open to streaming whatever. I might just stream Catan.
I love Catan.
I fucking love Catan too. So I'm just asking because like I'm not an affiliate on my personal channel. It'll take me 30 days to get there, and I'm not going to put regular streaming stuff on the Scary-ish network. So or the Scary-ish social medias and stuff like that. So I'm just wondering if any of you guys are even interested in stuff like that. So you can go back to reading. I'm sorry.
Okay. Monda Alba says, oh, they're talking about tacos. Luna Ben says, I've eaten 5 chocolate chip cookies already, and they're not even cool yet. I love chocolate chip cookies. If I had more flour, 10 out of 10 would make them.
I love warm, gooey chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah. I love oatmeal raisin, though, too. Oatmeal raisin is, like, the bomb.
They're healthy chocolate chip cookies, otherwise known as bad chocolate chip cookies.
Scroll. The Snark says, my memories are getting the gentleman from Buffy mixed with the situation in Haunting at Hill House, and I can't. I love the gentleman in Buffy. I always confuse them with the Silence in Doctor Who.
Silence is fucking awesome. Also, no one asked, but I'm wearing shorts.
Spooky Zora says, now I want to make cookies, but I don't think we have enough brown sugar. Oh man, I don't think we would have enough brown sugar too.
We have a lot of dark brown sugar.
Flour is the thing that's like hard to come by right now.
We have a full bag left.
But it's like bread.
We don't want to run out.
We're trying to make bread because we don't want to run out of bread. Lunabin says, has anyone ever suggested the topic of tulpas? I think the topic of tulpas is really cool.
Have we covered tulpas yet?
No, I don't think so. Because tulpas are when you create something, right?
Yeah, I think
like
what I'm going to want.
But not really.
Here's the thing, too. I think you're right. I think you're 100% right. It's occurring to me that I've always looked through a bunch of different lists for cryptids that are not 100% complete.
Right.
What I'm going to do, and I know this sounds stupid, but I'm going to boot up Witcher 3 and see all of my contracts that I've completed and make sure that I've covered all of those creatures. And that'll be really fun to do. A Witcher inspired. I'm just basically doing anything because I want Henry Cavill to be my friend. So not really.
He loves Henry Cavill.
I do love Henry
so
Cavill
much. So if anyone has a hookup, let him know, because he looks up to him so much and he loves that he's just as nerdy as he is, and that's like Adam's.
I think he's a great actor, and I think he's a fucking super awesome dude. So, just saying.
Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says, dang, with the quarantine, I should be submitting my story for the pod.
Yes.
Please do, because
Please do.
At this point in time, we only have enough stories for another 4 weeks. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do after those 4 weeks are over. If you folks have stories, please send them to us while we all can, and hopefully have more than 4 weeks worth of story times left to go.
I don't know if I did this shout out, but Lady M, shout out to you for cheering another 200 bits.
Thank you so much.
So we have enough stories to last us for 4.5 more weeks, and we usually fluctuate somewhere between having 2 to 3 months worth of stories in the backlog, and that's pretty consistent. So it's gone down a little bit, and also we received some stories that were overlapping. We received some stories that were incomplete that we couldn't read. I've moved in the last 2 weeks like 21 or 22 stories that we were sent to the like needs review, needs contact, because they were either like we didn't get permission to read them, they're like really just hard to read and we couldn't understand what was being said on them. Some stuff is like super short, so like we could do like
we're gonna
2
do
or
Patreon
3
content.
Yeah, we're probably gonna read like these really super short ones as like flash homegrown horrors for Patreon, and then some stuff that wouldn't actually really fit into the regular shows. So it's been a weird couple of weeks, as we had like 2 weeks ago or 1 week ago. 1 week ago we got like 8 stories in the week, which was great, and then this week so far we've got none. So it's like it ebbs and flows. We get that. It's always been that way. So we are thinking about like other ways to do story time, where maybe we read like creepypastas or something like that. But
I don't know the legal thing with that though.
If they're creepypastas and like they're on the internet for anyone to consume and we're just reading it to people, it's, you know, it is what it is. But I also want to read whatever those things are called. I want to call them SVGs because we've been talking about those so much. But the stupid SCPs. I want to read SCPs. I think that'll be really fun to do.
I think that would be really fun to do.
And also, we're at 113 Storytime episodes strong. And I think we are so pleased with the fact that we get stories from you folks, and we're so addicted to reading them to everyone. We're ignoring the fact that a format change might actually like switch things up a bit or be really fun to do. So.
Major Wolf says, Adam, please don't forget about my story on Facebook, and shout out to Chloe on YouTube.
Which story time? Which Facebook? When did you send it? Let's just put it that way, and I'll check to see. Because right now, like, we're going through as much as we can to make sure.
Yeah. Spooky Zora says, literally opening my eyes and seeing a face right in front of me is one of my worst fears. That's why I sleep with a blanket over my head. I sleep with a blanket over my head to keep the light out. Monda Alba says, I submitted mine, but I'm sure they're a few months behind, so waiting patiently to hear it. Hopefully we get to everyone soon. They tend to... Lunabin says they tend to run like 2 or 3 months behind.
If you guys let me know, if you reach out to us, message us, you let me know, like, hey, this is the day I submitted it, I can let you know how far off it is.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Major Wolf says they are around emails or messages from February of this year.
Yes.
Pretty much. Mona Ova says, I kind of figured that, which is why I'm waiting patiently. Lunabin says, don't these stories ever make y'all wonder where these entities come from? It's just like there are so many stories that some of them have to be real. I think when it comes to a lot of these things, they come from some place in our minds. That's why each one is different for each person, you know? I think maybe there is some type of entity, but our brains make them look how we kind of would expect something that would scare us to look, you know, specifically to each person. I really have to pee. Can I pee?
Sure. Go pee. This is going to be the longest episode for 4 emails. I'm going to read some YouTube stuff that came in while Robin was doing the Twitch chat. Leo Chacha says, my children finally fell asleep. We watched the original Jumanji. That is such a good movie. Emily said, happy early birthday over there to I'm what's for dinner's wife, the beef trainer. Etsy says, Emily says, I am sending a story that my grandmother told me from the other day. Please do. That's awesome. Scrolling a little bit more, there's a lot of stuff in there. Leo Chacha says, tacos, yummy. I just stuffed my face with homemade rice rice crispy treat. And of course, Robin was not here for that one, so I'll have to say it when she gets back in. Akbar says, since I'm using cellular data to watch, it's kind of slow for me. I'll just watch it when it gets uploaded. See y'all's later. Thank you for joining us, Akbar. We appreciate it. Someone said that they just ate a Rice Krispie treat.
Oh yeah, Rice Krispies.
So, all right. We got a lot of stuff. Everyone's just saying bye to folks that are stepping out. Emma says, I think I finally have some to send in because my twin stuff you guys wanted was just not interesting enough to send by itself.
Oh, okay.
That's
cool.
never true.
I really love twin stuff, though. I love hearing about that.
Yeah. Emily says, the homegrown horror is about my grandmother.
I just saw myself walk across the screen and it freaked me out.
It is crazy, and I'll just say that she has to have a Ring doorbell. That's scary.
Spooky Zora says, my best friend and I used to play in her attic. Did you already read it?
No. Ralph just said, okay, Robin's gone, due time. And then when he came back, he said, shh, she's back.
It was also vaulted, so the attic was just a tiny room. I just never really had, it was like, in our bedroom, my parents converted like the back of our house into my sister and I's just giant bedroom. It was like big enough to have like a pool table in the middle. It was just huge.
I remember you telling me that.
And then on each side of the building were these doors, and they were really small doors, but that's where, like, one was where we would put our clothes. It was like our clothes closet, but in order to get in there, you had to like hunch over and search through your clothes that way. Because it's vaulted, it's like slanted, you know? So that was how they used the rest of that space. They turned them into closet space. I have a lot of nightmares actually about that house and having to build forts out of like massive packages of like toilet paper and paper towels to try and hide from people that are trying to murder me in that house. It's really weird.
That's terrifying.
Let's see. Mondo Alba says, I sent that story early in January, so maybe they did read it and I just didn't hear it because I was late to stream or I haven't heard.
Mondo, I think we did read it. I remember reading one and being like,
yes,
they're not here tonight. And
yes.
I think that was you.
Yeah. I
have that fucking quarter after midnight or whatever it is, and I'm so all alone and I need you now song stuck in my head. Robin showed me some video from like 2019 where it's like some electrician or construction worker singing in this empty room, and he has the voice of an angel, and then all of a sudden his coworker is like gather in behind him and start singing a cappella with him, and it's like a 10-second clip, and that 10-second clip has infested my brain and laid eggs. Wow. And now that song is just playing in my
Lady M says, my bedroom was the attic
brain MP3 player.
My bedroom was the attic from the time I was 9 till I moved out at 21. Dang, dude. I'm Beef Trainer says, asbestos is some nasty stuff. It's an amazing substance for some things, but nasty in the fact that it doesn't break down
and causes cancer,
which is why it can cause cancer. 52DZ says, I took 2 gummy melatonin and I had the worst nightmares and thought there were demons in my room. I only take 1 now.
That's a smart move.
I think my grandparents take melatonin to go to sleep. It's supposed to like help you relax and get like a nice sleep.
Do you want to press pause on the stream chat so I can read my second one?
Yeah, let me.
Because there's a lot on there, dog.
Well,
I don't want to skip anyone's shit, but you don't have to.
Let me read this short story time real quick. So Perler says, short story time. When I was about 8 or 9, I spent the night at my grandma's and everything was normal. The next morning, my uncle asked me if I'd gotten up in the middle of the night to get water. I said no and asked why. He said he saw a little girl that looked like me in a white dress in the middle of the night when he got home from work. That was a burp. Ew. We all kind of freaked out at the house. So fast forward 16 years and my grandma is now has dementia and started seeing/hearing things. No one believes her when she talks about these things. So one day I asked her, hey, have you seen the little girl in the white dress? Her eyes widened and said, you see her too? Yes, I've seen her a couple times growing up in that house, but it's never really scared me. No. If my grandma freaked out over something, I would freak out over something. Just big old gloopy noop. All right.
Gloopy noops just always make me think of like snotty nipples.
Ew. Monza Alba says, got a friend of mine who streams and I'm also a moderator for them and game with them on stream. They made me into an emote for their channel.
That's awesome.
That is super cool.
They just changed the way Twitch does the moderator view, which is pretty fucking sweet.
Grace Filati says, I made a Twitch account to be here. Dab. You got a dab now, babe.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
We've been watching a lot of Hot Ones since we've been on quarantine.
Fucking love Hot Ones.
And I just want to buy a bottle of The Last Dab.
I want to buy all their bottles and do exactly what they do. I will deep fry those goddamn wings, and I'll have an interview ready for Robin. 12 questions, 12 wings, and Robin can do one for me. You guys just say that you want us to do it, and I swear I will order all that shit right now.
Dude.
With money we don't have.
Yeah, if you want to donate to allow us to buy these bottles of
actually a
hot
really good
sauce
idea.
to make
We get Twitch
our own
payout.
little episode.
We get Twitch payout April 15th. I think we should put that towards it.
Yeah. So
That's
if
a
you
good
folks want to
idea.
donate to us filming this stupid, ridiculous episode of Hot Ones.
I used to daydream about being on Hot Ones and getting interviewed, and now it is so huge, and everyone he interviews is so famous, it will literally never happen. Ever. Like, unless he wanted to see his numbers tank so damn hard.
Oh, God.
It's like, I'd feel so bad for him. But
Grace Filati says, SCPs are all Creative Common. Nice. So we can do that. I'm Beef Trainer says, if I'm not needed at work, I'll chill out somewhere and send it in. Thank you.
Please
we hope
do.
we get your stories soon. Perlar says, I will send in some more stories I have.
Girl
Thank
Panic
you.
says, "Da bomb." That shit is
Dude,
disgusting.
That is gross, and
it always
I'm gonna
everyone
skip that one.
everyone's no, we're getting Da
No,
bomb
it's such a waste of money.
That's the one everyone looks forward to seeing because it's like all the other ones taste like something that's also hot, and then they get to Da bomb and it's like, oh, this is awful, and my mouth feels terrible, and then they have to keep going. Black Canary says, Adam and Robin, what are your favorite colors? I want to make you guys something.
Teal.
Aw. Robin's is
Teal is
absolutely
my favorite
teal.
color.
I kind of like a darker blue, anything that would complement teal. So I also like various other colors: green, orange, black, stuff like that. So I don't have
orange
them.
and black are also very much colors that I enjoy.
Lady M says, "What are SCPs?" Sounds like someone didn't listen to the
Ooh,
SCP
we
episode.
have an SCP episode. If you want to go to the podcast, we have
Go to scarish.com,
Yes, you
click
can
on
just
search,
search
and type
SCP,
and it should
and-
work.
Yep. All right. So
Secure,
scroll,
contain,
scroll,
protect.
scroll.
That's what it stands for. They're basically creepypastas as it relates to like very specific cryptids that probably don't exist.
Spooky Zora says, I'm going to ask my dad if I can send some of his stories from back when he lived in Mexico. Yes. Grace Filati.
Shatacular rated you with a party of 3. Thank you for joining us,
What does that mean? What does that
Shatacular,
mean?
and your party of 3. They brought 3 people that are on their channel, I think. I don't know how raids work.
I
to
don't
be
know
honest
how
with you.
raids work. Someone explain to
watch
us.
us.
We're very new to Twitch.
You know who could explain it to us? Is Shatacular. So
yes,
thank you for joining us,
Shatacular. Tell us how
Shatacular.
raids work. Grace Filati says, I can't remember the words. You won't get in trouble for reading them. Nice.
Glitch says it's a raid, which means they are from another stream.
Oh, my Lanta. That is so cool. You guys are so cool. Thank you.
And
Thank you for
Shatacular
joining
says,
us.
yep, that's how it works. Nailed it.
So 52DZ says, I can take more melatonin gummies and give you never-ending supply of stories.
Billy7X over on YouTube, you're going to like this one, said, I received my scarish horned skull demon this week, and it's so adorable.
Yay! I'm so glad. I'm
Also-
seeing lots of pictures of the new horn enamel pins that...
It's our logo on Twitch. If
yes.
anyone wants to know, we turned it into
so
an enamel
we have
pin.
a hard enamel pin, and it's that symbol for our Twitch channel, and I absolutely love it. It's probably the my favorite design that we have so far. If folks want to pick that up, please do. Patrons get a discount right now. If you guys aren't patrons, you can join for just $1 and get 15% off. So head on over. Doesn't hurt.
All right. Some other stuff really quickly. Billy7X says, also, hi, first time joining the live stream. Thank you so much for joining us, Billy X.
Thank you.
We love it when people join in for the first time. Ashley Meow Meow
I'm
just
going to drink
redeemed.
to that because I haven't drank.
I drank 2. Ashley Meow Meow also redeemed a high five. I think she should do a cheers, then a high five. Oh, she already drank. Never mind.
Okay, come on. Oh, I can...
For those of you who have joined us and weren't here for the beginning of the show, we've added a new feature where you can make us drink an alcoholic beverage.
Yes.
You can only redeem it 6 times a show, and our wonderful viewers redeemed it 6 times in 5 fucking minutes. And Robin's drinking hard liquor, so she's a little bit lit right now.
When I drink booze, I just start talking really fast, and I talk a lot.
I'm sure no
and-
one has noticed.
Oh,
2 high
man,
fives
I
are
can't
redeemed at
handle-
this point.
okay.
Those were not our best high fives, but it's okay.
And yeah, so thank you everyone who's joined us for tonight. I think tonight's been really fun because honestly, when I
She's
started
drunk.
the
She's
podcast,
fucking wasted right now.
no, I get all the feels when I'm wasted for real though. When I first started the episode tonight, I was like, I'm not in a good mood, and then you guys just make it so fun and entertaining, and I'm really thankful. That was a good one.
That was the I Am Beef Trainer high five. All right. Press pause on the stream chat. I'm going to read another scary story. We're only halfway through our stories. It is almost 8 o'clock. This is typically an hour and a half show. We have a long ways to go. So let me go ahead. Ralph says, what? With a bunch of exclamation points. Robin is talking a lot and fast.
Shut up.
Chin stroke. LOL. Okay. Pause. On the stream chat.
Okay.
We're going to read the next scary story. Strap in, folks. Here we go. So the next story we have, and my final story, but not the last story of the show, is from Shawnee, and this one also came in on Facebook. And I am lying. I'm reading the email that I read the first time. Son of a bitch, let's take that again. Take it from the top. So this next email that we're going to read, you can't say that, dude.
Bitch.
You just fucked up my next email.
Let me fuck it up some more.
Don't. Please don't. Please don't do this bit where you fuck up every transition I do for 5 minutes. All right.
No.
Okay, so we're going to move on into our next email of the show, and this one's subject is The Weird Dream, and it came to us via email. So this one didn't get sent through Facebook, which is always nice when it comes in, but hey, regular email works too. Send your stories. Send them now. Starts out like this. Feel free to read this on the pod. That's a good way to start an email so then we know right away. Hey, what's up? Robin's not going to say hey.
Hey.
Wow, way off. This is Ajasai from the Scariest Discord group. I hope I said your name right. I'm pretty sure I did not. I was listening to the Storytime episode 105, and someone sent in an email about recurring nightmares, and it reminded me of a recurring nightmare I would have when I was younger. Also, I sent you an email a while ago about a different recurring nightmare once. I'm not sure you got it because I think I typed your email address in wrong.
Aw.
Send it again.
Send it again.
I haven't heard you guys read it yet, but I'm not completely caught up. The order I'm listening in is completely screwed up. Okay, anyways. I've done that before, too. I've started a podcast. I've been like, I'm going to listen to this one because I like that topic. I did that with...
There's a loud motorcycle.
Fucking... Just going to wait for it to get further away.
My favorite way of listening to podcasts is starting from episode 1 and continuing from there. So, like, my favorite murder, I started from episode 1 and got caught up to the current ones. And, like, Try Guys, I started from the first episode and then got caught up.
For me, Flophouse, because it's a movie podcast, I watch the movies that I've seen before, which is all over the place, then the movies I haven't. And so I was all over it, and I couldn't remember, like, where they were. And, like, I listened to an episode, I'm like, oh, they're still working there? And I'm like, oh, this is from 6 years ago. So I totally understand jumping around, but it happens to the best of us. The email continues. So I think I was around 7 when I had these recurring nightmares, but they were slightly different every time I had them. But they all had the same overall gist to them. It was where I was at my grandmother's house on my father's side, except it wasn't her house. I mean, it had a lot of the same details, similar layout, same weird smell, but except it was really messy and had all these different rooms.
I've never been able to smell in a dream.
Really?
I've never smelled
I've totally
in a
been
dream.
able to smell in dreams. And a lot of things I smell like from my childhood, and I wake up and I'm like,
No way.
it's such an old smell that I just randomly remembered in a dream, and I don't know where I smelled it before. Those are the only dreams that I tend to remember really well, is where it invokes some other sense that, like, attaches it to my memory.
I seriously have never smelled anything in a dream.
Folks, let us know if you can smell in your dreams.
Because I'm really curious about that, because I've never had anything like that happen before.
That's
and I
really
think
interesting.
That's really cool. Yeah.
The email goes on. One of the rooms had a painting of a beautiful woman dressed in blue, but if you looked directly into her eyes, you would die, and I was never allowed to go inside of that room. That's pretty smart. Dream Grandma is a smart person. Something about there being a strong evil inside of it. Another one had a vicious gorilla inside, and another one was filled with guns and a strong smell of smoke. I'm sure a therapist could break down what each one of these dreams represents, but to me, I'm just, like, infatuated with how cool this story is right now. There were rows and rows of other doors which my mother would never let me go inside, saying, if you do, we'll all die. So basically, all of the dreams that had that house in it with all those doors and rooms. One of the dreams was of me and my mother taking the guns from the gun room and playing a game.
That's not fun.
Well, it depends on the game.
Oh, gosh.
Where we would stand in the doorway and try to shoot the woman in the painting's eyes without looking at her eyes. Because, you know, death. Another dream was where I accidentally let the gorilla out of that room, and some weird people and I had to try to kill it, which we succeeded in doing. It sounds like a sitcom or like a sci-fi show. This is a really cool concept.
We need to watch the movie with Margot Robbie, where
the hide and seek movie.
Yes,
yeah, that one looks pretty cool.
I really want to see that.
I don't think that's what it's called, but like, look it up. Margot Robbie hide and seek murder movie. The email continues. Another one was where my grandmother made potato casserole. That one sounds super intense. And that's basically it. There were a lot more, but they were really bizarre and I can't remember them very well. I'm not sure why I had these violent dreams, though, because when I was a little girl, I was terrified of gore and horror and murder. Anyways, thanks for reading. Sorry if it's all over the place and doesn't make any sense. It's late where I am and my brain is fuzzy. I thought it made perfect sense, and thank you for sending it in. Like, that is such a cool concept where it's a recurring dream where the setting is the same, but what unfolds is different. I've had recurring dreams where I realize I've done this before because I've had the same dream before while I'm in the dream, and I decide to change what I did the last time to something new and see what results happen. And eventually I get to an outcome where I stop having the dream.
Yeah.
So the fact that you have this huge house with unlimited doors and every door has some sort of kill switch behind it, it just sounds awesome, to be honest with you. I know it's probably terrifying, but it's just such a cool concept. So
yeah, I think that's a really cool dream to have, but at the same time, absolutely terrifying. I would hate to feel like I'm not actually getting any sleep in a dream. You know what I mean?
Waking up exhausted
Ugh.
sucks. So yeah, I totally see what you're saying there. So thank you one more time for sending that in.
Thank you.
All right, we can look over to stream chat. Just an FYI, I really have to pee now. I've chugged a cup of coffee and 2 beers at this point, and I'm gonna try and hold it for as long as I can, but I'm not a fan of doing that. Lisa Nope over there on YouTube says, "Hey guys, what up, Lisa? Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We got one more story left to read. We're gonna do some stream chat really fast to see how you folks have been doing while we're doing this, and
You're gonna go to the restroom while I do
I'm
this?
debating if I'm gonna go yet or not." All right. Emma says, I finished my stats exam with 12 minutes to spare. Everyone said good job. Everyone's proud. There wasn't a whole lot over there in YouTube besides the stuff that we had already read. Etsley says, yeah, I had a recurring dream where it always smelled like rain. So Etsley can also smell in the dream.
I love the smell of rain. I love, love, love the smell of rain.
Love, love, love?
Love, love, love the smell of rain.
La, 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 la.
And I know it's partially the smell of all that oil and grease and shit coming off the road, but
Is it?
I think
It
so.
depends on where you live, man. Because I grew up in the middle of nowhere, so the smell of rain is very different for me.
I've always lived right off of a highway. Always.
Lisa Nope says, just run, Adam. It's probably a good idea if I just go. But then there's the thing, if you break the seal, I'm going to have to pee again before the end of the show.
Just go, because I have a lot of chat, and I'll just read chat.
And I do have pants on today, so that's a good thing. Leo Chacha says, I love, love, love rain. I'm only happy when it rains.
I'm only happy when it rains.
Exactly. All right, let's see what we missed. Okay, we didn't miss any high fives, I don't think. Although I am Beef Trainer redeemed too, so just to be safe, let's just do one extra high five.
That was a weak one. I'm Beef Trainer says,
hard.
Pina Colada update. He's claiming it's too late. Reference for time. We're in Ohio. So it's
East
9
Coast.
o'clock.
3 hours ahead. It's 8. It's 11 o'clock over there.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I mean, it's a little late. But if you've listened to last week's episode about the disappearance of Laura Spearer,
yeah, she was partying all night.
She was partying all night.
That's a great example. Hey, yeah, this chick that disappeared.
She left the house at 12:30. I mean, come on. You can party. You can party like it's 1999?
Yeah, this is the song.
Holy shit.
Etsley says, it wasn't fun for me, though, because I hate rain. Leo Chacha says, here comes the rain again.
So Major Wolf says when people raid, they're also hosting the live stream on their stream.
Awesome.
That is so
good
cool.
To know.
Yeah.
Lisa Nope says, I can smell it here, too. Rain's one of the absolute best smells, the smell right before it's coming.
Glitch
so a lot
says,
of people really like rain.
Glitch
I am going to go.
Okay, Glitch says, do y'all need an IT guy? We need
eventually, probably, but right now we can't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about me doing everything is free labor. You know what I mean? So I need to get by you.
Oh, sorry.
Why are you spinning? It's harder that way.
You're so creepy. Yeah, I think what we need is a free intern. Honestly, I think we need just free help. That'd be great. Mondo always says, I think he already read that one, but opened up their pins and had to quarantine them for 3 days. I did read a list where it's different materials hold on to the virus longer. And I also read from John Hopkins, the medical, entity or whatever, said the virus is covered in a layer of lipids, which is fat. So if you put it in the sun or you heat something up and stuff like that, then it burns the fat and allows you to use whatever item that you heat up earlier than having to wait a normal amount of time. So that's kind of cool too. Let's see. Scroll. Lunabin says, love Robin messing with Adam's intros. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a fun time. It's not fun for him having to edit, but it's a fun time for me. Emanon says, hell yes, motorcycles duck. I have ridden a dirt bike a couple times, and that was really fun for me. My friend was obviously the one driving it. My friend, who is also a Twitch streamer, Feedback, he used to race dirt bikes, so I was around that a little bit growing up. But yeah, I think they're pretty cool. I'm What's for Dinner says, I have to listen in order. Doesn't matter what type of podcast it is. I'm the same way. I'm this really weird person. And if my podcast app doesn't like put the little check mark of the fact that I've listened to it, I will kind of like try to scroll to the end and make it register the fact that I've listened to it. I'm really strange about that. The Snark says, we're about to have sloppy joes on bread and not buns. Hashtag quarantine. Do what you got with what you have. Like, I made a drink instead of Coke and Jack. It's like Tennessee honey. I mean, it's still Jack Daniels. It's just not regular Jack Daniels, so it's a little different. Spooky Zora says, I am now baking cookies. I have also never smelled in my dream. I love baking cookies, and I have never smelt in my dream. I've just never noticed that before. Emanon used redeemed, asked a question and said, I'm that way with music. What way? What way are you with music? And says, make that sound, babe.
Wrong. Damn loud motorcycles.
Motorcycles are loud.
They're loud.
Out here, we have a lot of
douchebags.
road bikes.
That's it.
Not like Harley Davidson bikes, but like Kawasaki, Honda.
Right.
Like just those type of bikes. So
I've always known them as crotch rockets. I know it's not the actual name for them, but we got a lot of crotch rockets out here.
Yeah. Tiny Turtle 300 says, you guys can remember your dreams. I remember some of them, not all of them. Major Wolf tried to get somebody to interrupt with a redeem a question. If you missed the part where we made an announcement at the beginning of the episode, we're no longer reading any type of notifications or anything like that during stories, because we want to respect the stories that we read and make sure that we spend the time with them, with the stories, and then when we're on the live streams, spend the time where we're reading live streams with you guys, reading live streams with you guys. So
we don't want to mix them too much.
We're not going to mix them.
Because we get some serious ones, man. Like we've covered like suicidal thoughts. We've covered deaths in the family. So when you're like doing Bane's voice, then all of a sudden you get to a spot where it's something serious. It's like
serious.
You feel kind of bad. And like, honestly, you kind of like, it's fun to do because we don't mind it's like we're all friends here, you know, we're hanging out, we're having a good time. But at the same time, it's like, it's one thing for me to make a clown of myself. It's also another thing for me to disrespect someone's story, because a lot of these are deeply personal. It's not easy to write a lot of these things. Even ones that aren't deeply personal, sometimes it's hard to write. So it's like, if you're going to put that effort into sending us something, like, I'm not going to talk like a valley girl that's drunk and acting like an asshole. So
that's why we've replaced the ridiculous voices with
Get Us Wasted.
Get Us Wasted.
Which you guys did in 5 minutes. I'm definitely gonna up that number to 10 though, but I'm worried that they're gonna do 10 in a row.
Please don't do 10 in a row, because you saw how much of a shit show it was at the beginning of the episode.
Lisa Nope says, I'm looping in and out, my Wi-Fi blows. I hope it gets better.
52DZ says, funny story, yesterday morning I hear a loud booming fart. Then I open my eyes to my boyfriend standing at the edge of his side of the bed staring at me. We locked eyes and I just turned around. He'll never see this. Have you heard of, what is it called, where you mail in a secret? Post Secret. Have you ever read any of the Post Secret books? People I have not. Send these postcards that have just little secrets on them, and some of them are ridiculous. And I think, like one of the secrets that I read, because I used to work at Borders, so I used to read all these books. One of them was like, I like the smell of my own poop, or something, my own farts, or some shit like that. Some
what
of
are
these
you talking about right now?
You need to read some Post Secret books, dude. They're so good.
I think there's a lot of other stuff I could read, like this stack of 200 comic books behind me.
Dude, we have so many books, and
how's
honestly,
our pull box doing?
Oh shit,
it's probably full because we haven't.
I gotta contact the comic book store.
We really do.
Let's see.
Lisa Nope says, creepy. Wasn't expecting that weird eye thing. Almost dropped the phone. Sorry
really?
About that. I was like, how do I pass this and not make it weird? Then I immediately after I have thoughts like that, I'm like, no. Make it weird. Make it super weird.
I'm What's for Dinner says, when I have to pee when I'm sleeping, my dream just turns into a desperate attempt to find a restroom. Lunabin says, every time I become lucid in my dreams, I either lose control or wake up. I always hope to wake up and then I don't open my eyes. I'm like, nope, something's going to be there. B. Nelson says, rain is like the best smell ever. I do enjoy the smell of rain.
You know what I love is the smell of a like brand new book the first time you open it in your hands. Like that's why I still don't have a Kindle or any Amazon reading service or anything like that. It's because I absolutely love the smell of books.
Black Canary says, I don't know any of this Twitch stuff since it's my first time on chat. So somebody help.
Glitch is working with Black Canary.
Like souls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with the channel points, like different redeems. I have myself like 10,000 points, and I will probably try to redeem them for something ridiculous in the future. I don't know, but we'll see. Da da da. Ba 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 ba. Da da da. Scroll. Da 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 da. Amanon says, "Thank you so much for the sticker, Robin. By the way, I put it on my motorcycle. Ah, that's so cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you can ride around with it. Da 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 da."
Lunaman says, is there a way you can make the drink button have a cooldown? I don't think so, but I'll play around with it in Twitch. A lot of it is brand new, so we'll see.
Yeah, we are very new to spending so much time in Twitch streams.
The whole thing is new, too.
Yeah,
like,
this
through
whole
Twitch.
the channel points thing, all this stuff is really new. I am also going to try and talk to my friend Feedback. He is another Twitch streamer, and I just talked about him while you're at the restroom, but he sets up a lot of bots and stuff like that in his streams, and I'm going to talk to him and try to make our stream really fun for you guys and come up with new stuff.
You don't think it's fun now?
It's fun now.
What's that supposed to mean?
But like, there's
commands that you can
different
have a bot
commands
do and
that you
stuff
can
like
do.
that.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to try and do that. And just make it fun for you guys. Monda Abba says, yeah, I had it out in the backyard, the pin, for 3 days just to be safe because I still have to go to work. Dude, it's so insane that they're still having people go to work. And I mean, I wish I still had my job, but
it's a crazy time right now.
It's a crazy time right now. And I hope everybody that still has to go to work and are essential workers and are people in the health field and stuff like that, that you guys are staying safe. And I really thank everybody that's still doing their job, because this world could not work without everybody doing their part.
Very true.
So,
Emily says, I just sent in my homegrown horror. Thank you so much, Emily. We appreciate that. Keep perpetuating the podcast.
52DZ says, I just redeem high fives 10 times. That's what she does with her points.
That's so funny.
That's so fucking
and
funny.
true. Mondo Alba says, I have 12,000 points on here and 223,000 points on my friend's stream that I moderate.
That's so funny.
That's so many points.
That is so many points. That's why for we had to like up the cost of stuff, because it used to be like 300, and we're like, oh shit, everybody's like redeeming all this
Well, it doesn't
stuff.
tell us how many points our viewers have, so we're just like assuming like, oh, I don't know how much they've collected over this time. So yeah, that first couple streams it was a little bit rough.
I'm What's for Dinner asked you if you wash your hands for at least 20 seconds.
Yes, usually.
You came back really fast.
No, I peed pretty quick too. So.
Okay. Let's see. Perler says they're compensating for something. I know, because we have a lot of...
No, not us. They're talking about the motorcycles. So you're jumping around a lot there.
Okay.
Emanon says, I also have one of your pins on my riding vest. That is awesome.
That's so cool.
Leo Chata says, Adam, you should do a compilation of Robin's Little Noises. I could do an album off of Robin's Little Noises.
He made a song. There's a stupid...
It's so fucking
There's
funny.
something... If you're a patron, there's stupid extra content like that where he's made a dumb, stupid song with the sounds I've made. Oh my god. So you guys can check that out on the Patreon.
I'm What's for Dinner says, sometimes Adam just licks his hands clean. Gross.
What the fuck? I've already lost what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah, pins. So I'm designing 2 new pins. I have designed.
Shout out to Grace Fulati. Graceful
so much
Audie,
for
my
following.
bad. Graceful Audie, thank you so much for following us over there.
That makes sense. Graceful. Okay.
Leo Chad says, Adam, sing the baby pill song.
Oh god. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
And we need the alarm to go off along with it. It's like that basic alarm that goes off on someone's phone where it's like
Samsung's original alarm.
So I sing, don't forget to take your baby pill or I'll kick you down the stairs.
Because I used to take birth control. Now I just have
it was the only alarm she had on her phone that
I have
would like
Nexplanon on now. It's way easier.
That would just ring out. Like everyone needs to know that. Cool.
It's way
but yeah,
easier.
I made a song so that everyone would remember.
Be responsible.
Lunabin says, did I miss the question of the day? You did not. She's not here, so we need a new question of the day.
So someone asked to post a question of the day. So I have 2 new pins that I've designed. One is another skull animal. This time it's a bunny, so it has bunny ears.
It's pretty cute.
And then I have a little ghost one that has so if you've seen the 1 year icon that subscribers can get if they've been a subscriber for a year. I don't know if anybody in our stream has it right now. I don't think so. Meadows has it. I saw it on his the other day. But it's that icon, but instead of 1 year, it says Boo. And I thought it was so stinking cute. So that's going to be like hard enamel, and it's going to have screen printed cheeks on there instead of the regular ones that we have for all the skull animals, which I think will be super, super cute. So those will be coming. Pre-orders for that will be posted in the near future if you folks want to pick up some more pins, because I love designing them, and I think that's my new favorite thing to do.
She's pretty good at it too.
If you want to follow me, my art stuff on Instagram, Robin Grace Art.
She's just giving shout outs now.
Yeah, to myself. I've been doing a lot of Animal Crossing stuff. I'm going to be posting My Hero Academia thing either tonight or tomorrow morning. I haven't decided. And then I'm working on a Fire Force thing.
It's a lot of stuff.
Fire Force is like the newest anime that we've been watching, and it's actually really entertaining, so we've been doing that.
All right, quick timeout. We got some questions of the day coming in, some stuff for you folks to think about while we read the next story once you are ready. So no more questions of the day. Let me know when I can read these questions of the day.
Sorry, I'm just scrolling. Okay, so I'll stop right here, and then you read me the question of the day.
So Christina Vasquez over on YouTube, the first question to come in is favorite smell. A lot of folks have said that rain is their favorite smell, so if it's not, what is your favorite smell? In addition to that, Major Wolf over on Twitch said favorite Robin Williams movie. And then Emily says, question of the day, where would you like to visit after this involving like COVID? So
favorite smell is probably fresh baked anything with cinnamon sugar or like chocolate chip cookies.
I'm What's for Dinner redeemed a question that says, we've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty. I haven't gotten any of those.
I got an
calls
email
left.
about that the other
Really?
day. I was like, what the
They can't
fuck?
do calls anymore. So for me, favorite smell is probably a brand new book. Favorite Robin Williams movie? Is it a movie
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Is it a movie that he's like the lead in, or is it a movie that he's just in? Because if it's a movie that he's just in,
No, it has to be the main character because it's a Robin Williams movie.
All right, fine, be that way. I was gonna say for me, my favorite movie with Robin Williams is Good Will Hunting. God, that movie's so fucking good. And then what was the last one? Well, if it's a Robin Williams movie, then I'm not sure. I'm just gonna stop talking. Where do I want to visit? I really want to go to the UK.
I want to go to
really,
Tokyo.
Really want to
that
go to
is,
the UK.
if after all this stuff chills out, that's where I want to go. I'm gonna fucking blow my miles, blow my whole load, and go to Tokyo.
So you're the next email. You're the final email of the show.
Okay, I gotta let's see. Scroll. Glitch says manga, Adam, manga. You got to read all the manga too. You're gonna run out of books, and you got to read. You got to read some of those shoujo, some of those super romantic ones where you're like, oh my god, they're so cute. I need to read the next one. That's me. I love reading those so much. I have one coming in the mail today, or not today, this week, and I'm so excited. There was one that I just read called A Man and His Cat, and I posted on my Facebook. Oh my gosh, the feels. The beginning of that book, oh my gosh, it is so good. This manga is so cute. It's just called A Man and His Cat, and it's an older gentleman who picks up a cat that thinks he's ugly because no one wants to adopt him.
Aww.
And it is so cute. You guys should read it. It's absolutely adorable. 5-2DZ says maybe recite a movie quote in a silly voice or read a message in that voice so we aren't fully endorsing drinking for peers.
I don't mind being told to drink because we're okay with drinking, but if it's weird for you guys, then we'll figure something else out. So we really need to get to that last email. It is 8:12.
Holy crap.
We are way over on time.
Okay,
Robin's still scrolling through the stream chat.
Spoodysaurus says, I remember Post Secret. Used to go to the website all the time, read new ones. Also the website, FML. Adam loves FML. Amanda
so
Alva
funny.
says, I have 12K points on here and 223. You already read that one.
FML used to be better. It's not as good anymore because they post stupid
It's not as good
stuff.
anymore, yeah.
Text from last night is really funny, though. Check out that one.
I'm Beef Trainer says, I think we can look into some pins this weekend. Yay! Thank you. It's just a good time because we don't have jobs right now, so any support is so greatly appreciated. Scroll. Perler says, hell yeah, Nexplanon. Hell yeah, Nexplanon! I'm getting my second one put in next month. I think I'm on my third one now. Oh my gosh, I'm old.
Spooky Zora said, I love talking about Nexplanon. The more birth control education, the better.
Seriously, though, I think it's so smart to share that type of information, because I had a coworker when I worked at Coach. She came from Vietnam, and so she didn't have a lot of information on birth control. She was having her second kid, and she's like, after my second kid, I don't know what I want to do, because there's so many different options. And so I was just talking to her like, hey, in America here, you have like this option. And so it's really cool. I think there's a lot of people that need that information, because not a lot of people know about all these different options that are out there for birth control. That's my little thing I got.
Pause.
There.
Please read the next story. For the love of God, stop scrolling.
Okay. God, there's so much chat today.
I get it, and it keeps growing, because every time I get to a spot, I'm like, okay, when she gets here, I'm going to tell her to stop, because I'm caught up. Then you get to that point and you keep going. It's just going to keep building. So
all right. Can I go into the...
Give us a nice transition.
All right. So this next email
and the last email of the show.
Oh, is it the last one of the show?
Yes, dog.
Oh, my Lanta.
You didn't have that much to drink. Come on. Focus up here.
This next email is from Anna, and the subject is the spirit of my dad. And I am expecting this to just be full of feels. So it begins. Hi, Adam and Robin.
Hello.
Hello. A friend of mine who knows I'm a huge fan of all things spooky introduced me to your podcast recently, and I absolutely love it.
Aw, thank you.
You.
And thank you to your friend who introduced you to us.
Thank you so much. Everybody who shares this with their family, their friends, thank you so much, because we couldn't do this without you. That's how we grow.
It really does.
I listened to you on my way to work and wanted to share my paranormal moment with y'all. My dad was my best friend. Huge daddy's girl, and since I was young, he always made sure that I understood that death was a part of life, and promised that he would always be around me when it would be his time to go. Growing up, we would spend my summer vacations back in Mexico, where he was from, and stay at my grandma and aunt's house. He always jokingly said that when he passes, that his spirit will be in Mexico, not in San Diego, where we live, because he just loved it so much. My dad ended up passing away in 2011, and I finally was able to return to Mexico for the first time without him the following year. I put it off because I knew I would feel super emotional about it, but felt strongly that I needed to go and make my peace with his departure. The very first night, I ended up staying in my cousin's room because she wasn't going to be there until the following day. So I unpacked, turned off the light, turned the TV on, and had myself a good, ugly cry, which is totally healthy.
Everyone needs that at some point.
Yep. In the midst of this emotional breakdown, the TV turned off by itself. I immediately felt scared and ran to turn the light on. At first, I thought the power went out in the entire house, but I looked out the hallway and saw that the rest of the lights were also on. So I went back in the room, turned the TV back on, and immediately thought to myself, what if that was my dad? So I took it upon myself to ask out loud, Daddy, is that you? And the second I finished that question, the TV immediately turned off again. I didn't get scared this time. Instead, I accepted it. I accepted that it was him, and it was his way of letting me know he kept his promise. The week went on pretty normally after that, up until my very last night. My cousin was sleeping on her bed, and I was on the inflatable bed in the middle of the room, praying before dozing off to bed. And in the middle of praying, as I'm staring at the dark ceiling, the light bulb started to flicker on. I laid there frozen again because I knew there's no fucking way in hell that lights flicker on. Flickering off is one thing, but this? I agree.
That's the first thing I thought too, is like, yeah, that's bizarre. Like, closing a circuit is different than breaking a circuit. You know, it's so much easier to just like, either the light bulb's filament is going out, or for whatever reason the switch is like weird, but like turning on, that's super weird.
Yeah. I sat up to see if my cousin had woken up, but she was still sound asleep. After a minute of that, I realized again that it was just my dad, and reassured myself that it was just him, knowing I was going to leave back home the next morning and wanted to bid me goodbye. I 100% know that was my dad, and honestly I'm so happy that happened to me. He is my guardian angel now, and he gave me proof to show that he kept his promise, and he is a lot closer than I think. It's reassuring to know that our loved ones will truly always be with us no matter what realm we enter. That is a very, very sweet story, and I'm so glad. I'm very happy with the stories of people getting closure with things like this when they lose a loved one, and they experience these things knowing like, yeah, they are still with me, you know?
Absolutely.
And I hope to one day be able to experience that too. Hopefully not anytime soon, but if it does, that I get that closure as well. I think that's really important.
It's a really hard thing to get when you suffer such an incredible loss, because a lot of us can't even fathom, people that haven't lost someone that close to them can't even fathom what it would feel like. And I've lost a lot of people in my family, but like, knock on wood, like my mom and my dad are still with us, and I'm very dedicated to making sure that stays the way it is. Like with something as scary as COVID-19, like it's going around right now, it's part of the being precautious is making sure that you're protecting the people who are high risk. And that's really weighed heavily on my mind since all this thing's kicked off, because I honestly couldn't even imagine what you've been through. And then if something really sudden were to happen, it'd be really hard to find closure. So when we get emails like this, it's nice to know that folks out there have found it in one way, shape, or form. And in a lot of cases, they really sincerely feel, and it really does sound like they got closure from the person that they lost in some way, shape, or form. So thank you so much for sending that in.
Yeah,
I know these things can't be easy to write, so we appreciate everyone that does send them in.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So one last time, thank you. Okay, we're going to look over into the stream chat. I'm going to read all the stuff I have on YouTube. After I'm done reading my stuff on YouTube, I'm going to start booting up Marbles on Stream. If it's your first time watching the stream, we do this thing at the end of every stream to sort of bring things down a notch, because we do end on some sad notes sometimes, where we play a little game. And if you're in the Twitch channel, which you can switch over right now from YouTube to Twitch if you'd like, you can participate by just typing in !play at some point, which we will call out, and you'll get a little marble on the stream. We race them all. Whoever wins gets a free sticker. So free little piece of Scarish merchandise. And we'll mail it out on Wednesdays, because we're going out every Wednesday to ship out the mail for all of our Scarish and other stuff.
Go to the post office one day a week, and hopefully if you folks want anything ordered by this week, please get it in before Wednesday so I can package it all up. We're trying to stay in as much as possible, and Wednesday is the only day that I'm going to be heading out there. If there's no packages by Wednesday, we're not going out. So let us know
When you win, we'll ask you what design you want based off of the ones that are available, and for you to email us your mailing address. So Leo Chacha says, I have a feeling international travel is out of the question, but I really want to go back to New York City. Emily said, I really want to go to Italy. Leo Chacha says, for international, though, Florence, Italy. Christina says, New York City is amazing. Billy says, are you guys still staying away from listening to podcasts? I don't listen to podcasts that cover the same content as us.
Yeah, we listen to a lot of podcasts.
I listen to a lot of stuff, though.
I listen to a whole bunch of different podcasts. I mean, I listen to Lore. I haven't listened to Lore in forever, but I did listen to them for a really long time. And I listen to My Favorite Murder. I love true crime. And I love the Try Guys. I think they're absolutely fucking hilarious. And Last Podcast on Left. It's just sometimes I need to take a break from listening to the same content that we cover, because it's you get a little burnt out from like with true crime. I get burnt out because it's like there's only so much murder that I can listen to.
There's only so many times I can listen to the same subject be covered, and a lot of times it's
that
like
is my problem.
I don't want anyone else's like impressions of something to bleed into mine. I want to come at things from like my own perspective.
Unique perspective
exactly.
on things.
So it's really hard to segment yourself away from stuff like that. But that's the reason I don't listen to stuff that's like mostly paranormal, but and also true crime kind of mixed in. People are talking about how scary COVID-19 is. Some people mentioned that they're in New York City. I believe it was actually Leo Chacha says, when they announced the first case in New York City, we had just gotten back. I was so worried. It was the first time.
Oh, wow.
My boys and I embraced public transportation. We rode the subway 24/7.
When you were in New York? Yeah, we took the subway a bunch when we were in New York, too.
Yeah, we really did. Leo Chacha says, my anxiety is crazy high with all this. Jokes make me smile. It's good to hear.
Oh, thank you. Black Canary says, my doctor put my Nexplanon in the back of my arm. So with that, Nexplanon used to be on the inside of your arm, right? And my first two were on the inside of your arm. This is birth control stuff, okay?
Can I pause this so I can finish up the YouTube stuff, and then you can explain your Nexplanon?
Yeah.
Then...
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm almost done. That's why I just want to jump in really fast. Vale over there in YouTube says, hey, love the show. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Emma says, Cat Beatrix forgot there was a stream tonight. God damn it, Cat Beatrix. You're better than that. I'm kidding. She's great. We love her.
I am so glad we got to meet her. It's so cool when we get to meet you guys. It would have been cool if we got
to meet Emma too, but Emma didn't come. Just saying.
Yeah, so we got to take a selfie though and send it to her.
And we're like, send it to Emma, make her jealous.
But yeah, so
Emma also said,
meeting
even
you guys.
Even though I've been texting her about it for the past hour, LOL. That's okay. No worries. We understand. All right. That's the end of my YouTube stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get Marbles on Stream set up now.
So Nexplanon used to be on the inside of your arm. That was just normal. But apparently they discovered that when they put it on this part of your arm, how it like the scar tissue and stuff grows around it. Some people had it floating around in that area. And so what they wanted to do was, the reason why it gets put at the back of your arm now, it's not because of anybody's weight or anything like that. It's because of how the scar tissue grows in that area of your arm. I think is safer. It doesn't float around and it's easier to stay in one place. So if you're curious about why they would change it from putting it on the inside of your arm to the back of your arm, it's just new ways of how they process that particular type of birth control. Okay, so Beast Nerd says, Robin, I have a pattern to make a Fire Force helmet. Do you want one? Yes. I am so into Fire Force right now. It is crazy.
It is crazy.
When we first started watching it, we're like, what the hell is this? But it's so Naruto-esque, which is a lot of like shonen animes right now. But I love firefighters. Okay. Adam hates how much I love firefighters.
I don't hate it. She just wants to watch a bunch of stuff. Right now, you can go ahead and type an exclamation point vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race. Continue, Robin.
So I love firefighters, and when I came across Fire Force, I was like, an anime about firefighters? I'm in. And so
it's way different than what you would think it would be, though.
It's so different than what I thought it was going to be, totally. But it is very good, and I really enjoy Fire Force. And there you go. Black Canary says, what's the Robin Williams movie where he's in the oil painting? Never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either.
Like it's heaven and his wife killed herself and he has to travel to hell to save her.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
What Dreams May Come? I don't know if that's
Oh, yeah. I'm What's for Dinner says What Dreams May Come.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah.
Emanon says Patch Adams was really good. The Snark says One Day Closer to Final Fantasy VII. Dude, okay, so I have my Final Fantasy VII.
I knew when you saw that one, you were going to get triggered.
I have it ordered through Amazon, and Amazon's only shipping essentials right now, and it's taking...
Leo Chacha says, okay, homie, stay safe. Wash your hands often and wipe down your phones and keyboards.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us, Leo Chacha.
Thank you so much. And they are only shipping essentials, so I'm not getting mine for like a week, and I'm super annoyed. But at the same time, I'm playing Animal Crossing like crazy right now, and I just put in a little snapping turtle in my house.
It's pretty adorable.
As a little pet. So I'm super excited about Animal Crossing, and I really want to play Final Fantasy VII because you've never played it, right?
Never.
So I really want Adam to play it.
Disc. I got it at a mini
There's
bar.
like, oh god, okay.
Like 17 discs.
No, there's not, but
it's 162 discs in Final Fantasy VII.
You're shut up.
I kind of wanted to stream it because it's like $10 to buy the old one, but now I want to stream like the new one at the same time.
Just stream the new one.
So I have a lot of streaming I want to do. I really want to build up myself a schedule of like streaming like 4 to 6 hours.
Well, Wednesday,
certain
Thursday,
days.
Friday, you can, right?
I can. So,
Saturday and Sunday too. I mean.
But anyways, that's the other thing too is like doing all that streaming to get to a point where I'll probably get affiliate the first month. I hope, fingers crossed, knock on wood, so then I can start receiving donations. That would be cool. And then like I can multi-stream, but without being a partner over in YouTube, they don't allow you to accept donations. I saw that glitch in messages too about like accepting donations and stuff like that over there on YouTube. But you have to have 1,000 subscribers and it's like 300,000 hours watched. Or really high hours watched for the last rolling year. So.
You can accept donations through PayPal still without all that stuff. You can just put a donate link on your page.
Yeah.
Because I've had that up on my stream page and I've only ever been donated $5, but you can do it. So it's a thing. Luna Bin says, favorite smell? The smell of fresh rain and dew. It reminds me of getting up super early as a kid and getting into the car to visit my grandmother. And then later in high school, I'd get up super early to go to crew practice.
Christina
That's
Vasquez
really cool.
says, I'm also going to bounce. Have a great evening, guys.
Thank
please,
you so
please
much.
stay safe and continue to be amazing.
Goes
for everyone out there.
I'm Beef Trainer says, creepiest Robin Williams movie that I will never watch again is 1 Hour Photo. Never seen it.
Everyone I know talks about 1 Hour
Really?
Photo. That one and the one where it's like Insomnia. The one with Al Pacino and him too. That one's supposed to be really, really good.
Oh man, I need to watch that one then.
Right now, Marble Centauri is the track that is leading with the most votes. We're going to let this scroll to it, see how many votes it has. I'm pretty sure it's 4, and then we're going to go with that one. It is a new season. New season started April 1st.
And Emanon says, you guys need to come up with sew-on patches. I want to put a patch on my vest. I really want to make one too. It just takes... I don't have an embroidery machine, so I can't make it myself. I'd have to contact a manufacturer to get that done as well, and I will totally look into it. I think it's more realistic than when we tried to make coasters through a manufacturer. I just get them through Sticker Mule now. They don't make them anymore because they've switched over to essentials only, but
Shout out to Ashley Meow Meow, who has resubscribed with their Twitch Prime
Thank you
for the
so
4th
much.
month in a row. Also, I'd like to point out that the track we're about to race, Marble Centauri 2, record holder for the stream, 52 Nicks, finished in 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
Nice.
World record holder, Dancing Closer, 3 minutes and 27 seconds.
Closer,
Weren't that far off the pace. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. First race of the night.
I'm Beef Trainer says 1 hour photo left me scarred to the point that I was almost sworn off of Robin Williams movies.
Exclamation point play to join the race.
Major Wolf says good morning Vietnam.
It's a really good movie that
Lunabin,
I've also never seen.
Lunabin says hashtag talk about birth control. Eminon says hashtag vasectomy sucks. Oh, vasectomy fucks. Sorry. Lunabin says I'm just happy I'm a homosexual. Don't have to worry about pregnancy.
It's hilarious.
100%, dude. I hope my younger sister never has to deal with that either. Let's see. Almost Dinner says no scalpel will ever come near my balls. It's so funny. Oh man, when we were in Mexico, everyone's fucking talking about that.
The vasectomy
Yeah.
thing. It's because one of my friends got a
God.
vasectomy, and he's like, they tell you it's an outpatient procedure. It's the most painful thing of my life.
Oh god.
And the entire time I was just sitting there like, maybe like yours is a one-off, and you're not speaking for every vasectomy ever. But he basically said it felt like castration. And he was so upset that he had been convinced to do it.
Eminon's like, I already have 3 kids, 9, 7, and 5, 2 boys and a girl. I'm good.
Nice.
Lunabin says I definitely want to adopt. I'm adopted, and there are tons of kid who needs homes. I 100% agree. Adam and I were talking like if we get too old, or I have a possibility of not being able to have kids, that we would totally adopt because why not? You know,
why not? All right, so we have 26 marbles in the stream ready to go. This is the one where we race around the planets. We race this one all the time. We're up to 27, 28. Robin and Cashew just jumped in. I'm going to click start. I'm going to give it a countdown of 20 seconds rather than the normal 90 or 60 I do, because we have been waiting for everyone to join in patiently. And now we're going to give you 20 seconds to go ahead and join in. So here we go. Robin, you can keep reading your stuff.
Okay. Lots of people talking about adopting kids. I think adopting kids is absolutely great. Lee is adopted, and he is so...
He's an amazing human being.
He's so funny, and he's so nice. And his parents are so funny, too.
Yeah.
I love his mom.
I love his mom and his dad.
His
All right.
mom's just so funny.
We are off. You can see the record-setting pace by 52 Nicks right there. And Major Wolf is right behind it, along with a lot of other folks. Lunabin, Emanon, Black Canary, and Lucy.
Mondo Alba says, when quarantine is over, come to San Diego for a meetup. I really do actually enjoy San Diego.
I do too.
It was really nice when we went there, but we only spent like 2 days there. So we went to the zoo and then ate a really good dinner. And
oh my God, it was so good. It was a restaurant and a hotel,
food in San Diego
too.
was so stinking good.
All right, so someone usually gets launched right here and winds up on top of the planet. So Major Wolf got launched along with the scriptery. We'll see if you bounce and wind up back on track, because someone that won before did. The scriptery made it.
Look at that.
Major Wolf did not. So let's go to the scriptery. Sorry, Major Wolf. R.I.P. The scriptery is now in the lead. So let me scroll back pretty far, which is pretty awesome.
Perler asked me, Robin, did you bruise when you first got it? I did.
She did.
And I have like, how many scars do I have, man? I have a lot of scars on my arm because of how many times I've had to get it, because I am older, so I've had to get it every 3 years. It's a little crazy, but it does bruise, and your arm hurts for like a day or two afterwards. It's a little crazy, but yeah. The Snark says, I do love firefighters too. I get you, girl. Yeah.
I like how everyone has to go around Jupiter because Jupiter is friggin' enormous.
I love watching 911 because 911 has firefighters and also, you know, everybody that works in the call center is great too, but
52 Nicks.
I don't know.
The record-setting pace is so far behind what the scriptery is doing, and that was a
Dang,
perfect jump right there.
The scriptery is going to crush it.
She's on pace, as long as she doesn't fall off at the end, to crush our record, and who knows, maybe catch the world record. And then everyone who races this track will see their scriptery's name.
Beast Nerd says, Robin, I'm a super sexy. I'm into Love is War. That sounds so familiar.
Love is War.
Love is War. Which one is that one?
I don't know.
I think I've scrolled past it, but I haven't stopped and watched that one yet.
I feel like the scriptery's pace slowed down a bit, but you just pick back up. David just fell off.
No.
R.I.P. 52 Nicks record-setting pace is starting to catch up a little bit, and actually Phazon is in second place.
I want more skip beat is what I want.
Why is this going so slow now? I feel so bad.
I want Skip Beat to
B. Nelson just
make
fell off as well.
more episodes because it made like 20-something episodes.
Robin just fell off. We can all agree we're happy about that.
Oh, go away.
You go away.
I'm Beef Trainer says, we should vote 36. This is my last podcast as a 36-year-old. That's so cute.
Yeah, I like that. I'll vote for 36 next round.
Beastner's like, weeb. Where the hell did the word sexy come from?
2 minutes and 55 seconds is the time we're on right now. The record is 3 minutes and 27 seconds, and we can see the finish line at this point.
Did you already say Ashley Mammouse was cried?
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. Beast Nerd says, I never vote. Shh.
Wow. One more minefield to navigate for the scriptery, and then they just need to stay on the map. They made it through, so they're not going to get launched off. They're not going to break the world record-setting pace, but they're probably going to take the record as long as they can stay straight. Oh, there's another minefield here.
I thought she was going to totally fall off.
Okay.
Oh, she's going to win. She's going to win.
Perlar just fell off. She's going to win unless she falls off right here. Think she's going to be okay. Congratulations. You missed the world record by about 10 seconds. Some folks are starting to fall off right now. The scriptery takes the win. Spooky Zora is currently in second place. Never mind. Spooky Zora is currently in hell. I Am Beef Trainer is now in second place.
The Snark says you can pre-order.
Raisin Rebel tried to take a shortcut and fell off along with Ashley Meow Meow, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. And it looks like I Am Beef Trainer is going to make it to the end here and come in second officially.
The Snark
Cashew is third.
The Snark says you can pre-order Final Fantasy VII at Best Buy and do curbside pickup, but we're not leaving the house, so I can't really do that. And then Eminon says you can pre-order directly on PlayStation and it'll automatically download.
Then you don't get a physical
copy. But
copy.
I don't get a physical copy.
I fell off. We can all agree that's the worst thing that's ever happened. Me falling off the track is the worst thing that has happened in 2020, without a doubt.
Shut up. You're so annoying.
The Scriptery is the winner. You take home 10 points to start the season, which is pretty awesome. Scriptery also said, oh my god, thanks. Congrats. I Am Beef Trainer comes in second. Says, sweet, I got points and didn't die. In fact, only 9 people actually finished, including Cat Beatrix, who has joined us. Glad to see that. Pretty awesome. So we're going to move on and let the... Okay, just making sure. Scriptery, are you claiming the prize?
Let's see. The Snark says, I can hit up my local friends. They do a lot of crafts about the patches. That would be absolutely amazing. I'm Serena says, if you make sew-on patches, I will buy a denim jacket specifically for them.
Scriptery says she's passing primarily because I'm guessing she can have whatever the fuck she wants from our merch. So congratulations, I Am Beef Trainer. You are going to get the win. So email storytime@scarish.com. Give us a mailing address we can send out something to. Robin, what does I Am Beef Trainer have to pick from?
You can go to our Etsy shop. The link is on our website, scarish.com, and you can kind of choose what...
I didn't mean to do that. We're going to back out. Jeez.
You can choose what Scarish designs of stickers and coasters that are on there and let us know. Let's see.
All right. Exclamation point vote. I know a lot of you have already been tossing your votes out. Go ahead and redo it.
What?
You heard me.
I'm Western Dana says Jeff Dunham is adopted. Wow.
He's like the hardest working comic. They say he works like 350 days a year. He also makes the most money of any stand-up comic.
Eminon says he redeemed ask a question. What question? Or redeemed a highlighted message.
Yeah, I don't have the redeems for highlighted message, so it's gonna get eaten up by all the votes.
Yeah, there's a lot of just type in the question so I can read it because yeah, type in the question again because I do not know. Chicka Chicka Boom Boom says, yeah, San Diego. I'm Beef Trainer says, hashtag Jeff Dunham sucks. Or ducks. I don't know why I keep saying sucks.
You say it every time, too. It's weird.
Perler says, I have both my scars and I bruised for about a week. Yeah, the bruise lasts for so long. The Snark says, I'm going Friday. I can pick it up and drop off for you. Oh, no, that's okay. We don't want you to have to drive out of your way. I also do want to give... Larry his stickers though because we have it sitting on the counter and they're huge and I really want them.
I feel so bad that I forgot to bring it like 3 days in a row.
I know.
And then I had one day where I did bring it and I got stuck in meetings all day so I couldn't take it.
Let's see.
Let's see how many votes 36 has. Right now 36 has 17 votes. It's clearly what we're racing in honor of the last stream while this person is 36. 18 votes. On Thin Ice 2 is the track. Let's look at some stats. Okay, season stats. On average it takes 2 minutes and 48 seconds to finish this. We have never raced on thin ice, which is awesome. I love when we race brand new tracks. Restream does this thing. Restream's the program we use to split our stream to 2 different places, and it lets us know how many messages we've hit. We got 100 right away, like super quick. We just got a message from Restream. Congratulations, you've received 1,000 messages with a little gold trophy. So you guys have been super active tonight. We appreciate it. We are racing on thin ice to wrap up tonight. I've checked all my notifications. I don't find anything on here that lets me know when a message has been redeemed. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's
how
just
to hunt
ask
that
us
down,
the
Emanon.
question again. Emanon says, my mom has an embroidery fudge. My mom has an embroidery machine, so if you design it and send it to me, I could get her to stitch it out. That is super fucking cool. Let us know if she has a website. That'd be neat.
Exclamation point play. I think she just has the machine. I don't know if she's like set up for mass production.
Okay. Well, if she is.
I think it was more like a customizing thing.
Oh,
Like, if you want to get that
gotcha.
one taken care of, we can probably do it. So the world record for this track is 1 minute and 29 seconds.
And our goal is to have over the amount of people we had in the last race.
Correct.
So
And we're at 28. We have exactly how many we had last time.
I mean, fuck. Jeez,
Exclamation point play. Why are you yelling at me? You're the one that made your drink.
Talk for me.
I would love to, but you're talking a lot, so I don't want to interrupt you.
Exclamation point play. If you folks would like to join this race, exclamation point play.
You have 30 seconds.
You have 30 seconds. It's a free race. If you have Twitch, if you're on Twitch right now and you're watching us, exclamation point play is a free opportunity to win some scary-ish sticker stuff. And yeah, just have fun. It's cool. It's nice to just chill out. You don't have to do anything. You just watch these balls go. It's quarantine. You're not doing anything better.
Congratulations, I am Beef Trainer, for track 36. And now we have 29 marbles. It's a good day. Very happy. Good stuff. Let's get this race going. We're all in a snow globe.
Frosty Ginger is here. I love that name.
It's a
I just
good
think it's
name.
so cute.
All right, this is a really fucking crazy looking track. So rather than
Whoa.
try and follow one person,
So many names.
we're going to back up. We're going to watch as everyone comes through. And once we get a clear front runner, we're going to attach to them and see how they navigate through it. Kind of looks like Valley Grills is in the lead.
My phone is missing. It's probably in the bedroom. I don't know.
Frosty Ginger and Beast Nerd are also doing well. It's hard to see exactly because all the names are overlapping. But there's a lot of folks. Valley Girls, Mondo Alba, the Robin Grace, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, Beast Nerd, and Frosty Ginger. It looks like the right side of this track is doing the best. We're going to go ahead and follow Beast Nerd now because it looks like Beast Nerd is in first place. Robin is in fourth on that other track with Mondo Alba right behind. And these three right here are like neck and neck. Oh, the track falls off after you cross it. That's pretty awesome. Frosty Ginger and I Am Beef Trainer. I Am Beef Trainer just took a straight line through this track. Holy
Wow.
shit, that was awesome.
Birthday race.
This is a birthday race right now. Black Canary has fallen off the map. RIP. It'll be okay. I don't know how many people are going to make it through here quickly, but I Am Beef Trainer just cruised right through this. You're actually underneath I don't even know what to call this. The giant lotto ticket. Valley Grills has usurped first place. And then there's another track underneath it that the Scriptory is leading.
Oh, no, Valley Grills. Oh, no.
So this is a really cool track. We're going to stream out here. Aries 22 and Cat Beatrix now are neck and neck. There's a middle path that circumvents these funnels if someone can somehow bounce into it. You're going to have to take like the perfect bounce off the side. Don't know if anyone's going to be able to take that shortcut. Aries 22 and Cat Beatrix are literally neck and neck. I think Cat Beatrix was ahead for a second. They collided and Aries 22 takes the win.
So
Cat Beatrix has it ripped from her grasp at the very, very end. We're going to wait for everyone else to trickle in. Emanon's going to take third. Spooky Zora is going to take fourth. And the Scriptory takes fifth. Pretty solid night for the Scriptory. We'll let everyone else finish out in 1 minute and 20 seconds, or else the blue wave of death will kill them.
So Aries, if you would like to email us, storytime@scarish.com, and let us know which sticker design you would like, and we'll get it mailed out to you. Oh, with your mailing address, please. Thank you.
All right. There's your top 10 in the top right corner of the screen. Only 2 marbles fell off. Beast Nerd says I'm last. Now that's not true. Robin's last.
Lasty.
We'll see if Robin survives. I think you're close enough where you're going to make it through. So I don't think anyone else outside the top 10 will collect points. But hey, at least you didn't fall off the side. I think I might. No, I'm in the thing. But some people did fall off the side. You know what? Good effort. We love you too. So here we go. Robin's made it through. We'll see who winds up becoming the last place person.
Not me. Yeah.
It's not you. You somehow made it through. Beast Nerd is last. He predicted the future. Congratulations. That's some precog shit. Y'all, I was reading some fucking crazy studies about precognition, like 9 separate experiments across the course of 10 years with thousands of test subjects, and it was blowing my mind. So expect that
That's
to be
the definition of mind-blowing.
Yep, it is. Expect that to be a topic in the near future. Congratulations one more time to Eris22 on your win. You collect 11 points for that race. Scriptery goes up to 12 on the season and is in the lead. Everyone else is in single digits, not doing too bad. Looks like IMB Trainer has 7.
A lunchbox still?
There is. I don't know if you need it right now since we're about to wrap up.
Oh, sorry.
Eris22 says she can have the win. I've won before.
Aw, Cat Beatrix. So email us, storytimeatscarish.com with the design that you'd like. Oh my gosh. Just hook me up with some ice.
It's pretty wet. There you go. You lush.
I just want ice. I like ice in my Coke.
I don't. If I have a Coke in a can, I prefer to not even put it in a glass. I like the way it tastes out of the can. I know I'm probably pretty weird. I like having a really warm, greasy slice of pizza and a can of Coke Zero. It's just like heaven. I absolutely love it. So, all right. That is Marbles on Stream for the evening. Let's get back to the regular camera while I shut this down. This has been a long stream, man. You just kept going, babe. You just kept going.
Oh, look. So Cat Beatrix does have the little 1-year icon. And then, yeah, they're like the only one that has it right now. Oh, no, that's Cat Beatrix too. Yeah, that's the pin I want to get made. The little 1-year icon. I want that turned into a pin, but it says boo instead of 1 year. Whoop, whoop.
All right, I see a redemption. I wonder if it will let me see. No, the last redemption I see is we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. So don't know what that one was that was mysteriously lost, but hey.
Yeah, because we read the one about the motorcycle.
Yeah. So we're at 8 minutes. It's 8:45 is what I'm actually trying to say. So this is definitely one of the longer streams we've ever had. Good Lord. So
it was fun though. I enjoyed this stream.
Yeah, I think we all know you enjoyed the stream, Robin, because you were a little bit sloppy tonight. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone who sent in your stories this week. We sincerely appreciate you sharing stuff that is so deeply personal. And for those of you who sent in stories that weren't that serious, that's okay too. We sincerely appreciate everything that gets sent our way. If you have a story you would like to share, please email storytime@scarish.com or go to our website, scarish.com. It's been redesigned. It's the new scarish.com. Click on Contact Us, fill out that form. It comes directly to us. You can also hit us up on any of our social medias. We have Facebook, which is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Twitter's @scarishpod. Instagram is @scarishpodcast. Robin has her mouth hanging open because she's very pensively considering the next thing that she's about to say.
No, Cat Beatrix says to pass it on to the next person.
I've already closed it, so I don't know who was next. Who was third? So I'm in the middle of the outro,
Okay.
y'all. You're killing me. Robin, for those of... Mother... Oh... I can hear your mouth noises. All right. So whoever was third place, I have no idea who it was. So whoever was third place, I guess I can go and watch the stream, find out who third place was. Was it Emanon? I think it was Emanon. Emanon,
All right.
let us know mailing address. You probably already have, but just resend it. It's just way easier
Yeah,
for
it's
us
way
than digging
easier.
through
Mailing address and then the sticker design
the
that you
sticker
want.
design that you want. Cool. Good stuff. Here we go. Gonna mark it and get back into it. Robin, just stop making noise on your tablet.
Oh,
Jesus
sorry.
Christ.
Sorry.
Robin, for the... mouth noises. Robin, for those folks who would like to donate to us monetarily, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/scaryishpodcast. Their monthly donations tiers start at $1, and right now, to celebrate Adam's birthday coming up next month, everyone's getting all their patrons are getting 15% off our Etsy store. So that includes international folks. Hey,
My birthday gift is going to you all.
yeah. So
I have asked for underwear for my birthday.
So, yeah, pick up some cool swag from the Etsy shop and get that 15% off. Join Patreon. It's pretty fucking cool. And then we have coffee, ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. Those are one-time donations, and those donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup.
Indeed. We sincerely appreciate all the folks that watch us live, listen to the show weekly. We appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for everyone who has reached out to us to let us know that the show has brought them some sense of peace or entertainment during this crazy time we're living in right now, because it is just a mad, mad world right now. And we get it. And we thank all of you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. So I think that is just about everything that we have for this week. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.